A beautiful sight. We're having some fun tonight, for it's Wednesday. You know what that means? We are gathered here a week before Christmas Eve to engage in a Dynamite Collision Holiday Pass 3-hour special for professional wrestling. And welcome in, everybody, to our coverage here at the Super Reliable Studios. Hello, everybody. Noah Foster here, of course, the simple man of the simple brand, forever great of all things professional wrestling. Damn it, the voice of the SRS. Hope you enjoy our coverage tonight. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Want to dictate the conversation? Super chat or PayPal the passions. It is truly as simple as that. But I am never alone, and I hope to bring you cheer as well as this fine fellow who will bring you a lot of holly jolly joy. As the regular wrestling JJ Williams joins me again tonight on the call. For we are simply renegades. But that being said, hope you all enjoy. And again, we are butting in for 3 hours. You can watch some of us via HBO Max or TBS. We're actually going to change things tonight and use TBS tonight. So instead of just simply saying television, we're actually going to be able to keep you up to speed with the picture-in-picture. So it should be a lot of fun. We got multiple matches for the Continental Classic. We got $1 million, 750,000 pounds, okay, on the line in trios action. Women, eight women all-star tag team action. And of course, we're going to hit hard and see something wicked as we have Jamie Hayter versus Isla Dawn. We come from across the pond in Manchester, England, before we return to the States next week for Christmas, AEW Dynamite 34th Street, where a ring might be in play. JJ, good to see you. How you feeling about tonight, my friend?
I'm feeling good. We're going right into this shit.
Yep. Well,
John Moxley starting things up against Roderick Strong as the curtain jerker.
Well, let's go ahead and get right into things then. And again, thank you all for tuning in. So let's get right into it as the Continental Classic begins in the Blue League tonight. Roderick Strong and John Moxley. And again, I'm always in the Christmas spirit. It's my favorite time of the year for most aspects. You'll learn more about that later, considering what's happening this weekend. Bah humbug. Shout out to Safet. That being said, Roderick Strong and John Moxley, of course, no strangers to each other. Last time these two faced each other was a count-out win for Roderick Strong, and many people say Roderick Strong was just a substitute for Kyle O'Reilly due to the injuries he suffered at the hands of John Moxley after Full Gear.
That's a fair point. I mean, this is another one of those, we talked about it a little bit last week, where on paper, this should be an easy victory for Mox, because Roddy, when it comes to the hierarchy of AEW, Roderick Strong is not on Mox's level.
No.
But last week I said that and put my foot in my mouth, and we had a huge upset. So who's to say that Roddy can't do the unthinkable here and pick up a victory here?
And again, JJ, we also got to consider these are one-on-one pure contests. There's 10,000 plus people there. Again, there are no Death Riders. There are no outsiders. For those that don't know, this is the Continental Classic, the annual round tournament of AEW for the third time. Each match is 20 minutes long, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and everyone is banned from ringside. If anyone gets involved, they are fired, basically, banned from AEW. As John Moxley and Roderick Strong, and shout out to Renee Paquette, our sports analyst on the call, they are part of the Blue League, and Roderick Strong is in must-win territory, or you might as well cause him to be eliminated, as John Moxley goes in this with 3 points so far, with only one match left after this. Roderick Strong is 0 across the entire block. As, of course, last week we saw Claudio Castagnoli and Takeshita go to a 20-minute draw, the first draw of the entire Continental Classic. We'll talk more about the Gold League later as it progresses.
Yeah, I mean, Roderick Strong could very easily play interrupter here. He could play spoiler. You look at the people he's got left. He's got Dorada. He's got Claudio. He's got Mox here. And being the only person that has no points, you know that's got to be renting some space in Roddy's head.
And we've also been talking about how this might be a battle of the Death Riders themselves. Again, John Moxley 3, Claudio Castagnoli leads his block with Konosuke Takeshita at 7, including a win over John Moxley. And again, JJ, it's the top 2 scorers of each block that advance to the semifinals at World's End. Top seed of the blue faces runner-up of the gold. Top seed of the gold faces runner-up of the blue. And this is not the first time we're seeing Roderick Strong and John Moxley face each other. In fact, I think it's their third one-on-one encounter. Of a palm strikes here right now. Roderick Strong fired up here. As Roderick Strong says, he's not in this for the conglomeration. He's in this for his own self. And so far, he's not been able to back up those words. Now picking the ankle of John Moxley. Again, God! Dragon screw leg whip. Damn, that move has to suck.
It does.
You would know, being a former wrestler yourself. And again, folks, World's End, the final pay-per-view of the calendar year, will be covered by Cinema Studios. That is next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, December 27th, after the holiday season. World's End presented on HBO Max exclusively on pay-per-view. The semifinals and the finals of the World's End will be there, as well as the AEW Men's World Championship and AEW Women's World Championship. More details will come on that later. And talk about the damage done with Roderick Strong's mentality. How about the physical damage done to Jon Moxley of all the wars we've been seeing as of late, especially with that leg? We saw Konosuke Takeshita exploit that left leg heavily during their match as the Alpha guys' first win over the record-setting four-time AEW Men's World Champion. And again, awkward landing. You see Roderick Strong immediately grabbing that left hamstring.
I'm thinking about something here, and maybe it's just the fantasy booker in myself.
Go for
but
it.
Perhaps one of the stories that's going to come out of this tournament going into 2026 is, you brought up the point that Roderick Strong is trying to do this for himself. As of yet, he's not committed to the conglomeration. Roddy has been refusing to conglomerate.
Exactly.
Perhaps losing this tournament, and especially if he goes across the board with zeros, maybe that'll be what it takes to kind of push him to accepting the conglomeration and fully joining them, because even though there's no seconds at ringside for this, had he had the conglomeration to discuss strategy with, review tapes with, which are all things that a performer the veteran status of Roderick Strong does, maybe he would have at least gotten AEW in this tournament.
And watch Jon Moxley going for broke with the tope suicida, and both men might need to do that here. Both men on the outside. And of course, 10 counts are in place. Still to come tonight, 8-woman tag, Máscara Dorada versus Orange Cassidy, Island Dawn versus Jamie Hayter. JJ's very happy about that woman tag. $1 million, 750,000 pounds, UK. On the line, the Elite versus the Don Callis family, represented by Hechicero, Konosuke Takeshita, and Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Of course, Josh Alexander allowed the Don Callis family to get that $1 million in the first place. As, of course, this opening Continental Classic continues, a restaurant quiet picture-in-picture. For real this time, we're on TBS, but still, fuck television. And to your point, JJ, as I was also saying when it comes to the history of these two men go all the way back to 2008 when they faced each other in IWA. Roderick Strong won that night in less than 8 minutes. So there is literally 17 years worth of history with these two, outside the fact that this is literally their 5th one-on-one encounter. And Jon Moxley has beaten Roderick Strong every time, with the exception of that countout.
That's crazy. So you figure Roddy is owed a W here at some point.
Well, yeah, I mean,
more decisive than a countout.
It's one of those things, chasing the dragon, chasing that shadow, getting out of that shadow. Still to come tonight also, folks, we will have an AEW Men's World Championship contract signing, triple threat match. Samoa Joe, him and Adam Page, and Swerve Strickland, a rematch from last year's AEW Revolution. All three men, a whole different state of mind. Also, the Dynamite Battle Royal will be tonight. The winner will, of course, go on to face MJF next week on AEW Dynamite 34th Street. The winner of that match will get an AEW Men's World Championship match next year at Maximum Carnage. And FTR will defend the AEW Men's World Tag Team Championships against the Bang Bang Gang. Looking to put the Bang Bang Gang in the dust once and for all. Represented by Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and Austin Gunn this time, by the way. Last time the Bang Bang Gang, of course, won was this duo. And previous to that, FTR went against Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and Jay White to a near 60-minute classic on Collision, 2 out of 3 falls. Now Jon Moxley squaring up Roderick Strong's core here. And we talk about, again, Jon Moxley. Yes, he bleeds like paper mache, but he is multifaceted as a professional wrestler. If he has to brawl, he will. If he has to get technical, he will. If he has to get violent, well, that's just another day at the office. But this Death Rider mentality that all these killers that have joined Jon Moxley's mission statement, Marina Shafir, Claudio Castagnoli, the Bastard Pac, who's taking on Kyle Fletcher tonight, might I add, Daniel Garcia, who recently joined the ranks, and Willow, who's been baptized in combat. Whether Jon Moxley was Blackpool Combat Club or this Death Rider freaking proprietary engineer. It's one of those things that this mentality has really consumed not just the Death Riders, in my opinion, but AEW for that matter, to fight even harder. And this tournament really proves that, where Jon Moxley might need to fight harder than ever.
That's great point there, Noah.
And Roderick Strong right now trying to fight back. Wrist control. Jon Moxley, though, grabbing the left arm, looking possibly for a Kimura. Standing Kimura, might I add. Roderick Strong, great rollover, still maintaining wrist control. Again, Roderick Strong, former AEW National Champion, beat Chris Orange Cassidy for that title last year at Revolution. Of course, lost it eventually to Ospreay, which the Brawl all the best as we are back here on AEW Dynamite Collision Holiday Bash, Blue League match action in the Continental Classic. A stacked card that has ahead, so many gifts galore. Jon Moxley trying to get 6 points total on the board. Again, pleasure to be part of the conversation. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Please subscribe, comment, tell friends. Produce all the biggest shows, previews, specials, PLEs across every favorite professional wrestling. Shout out to AEW fam. WWE, NXT, AEW, TNA, ROH, New Japan, HOG, GCW, JCW, and so much more to come into the new calendar year. Now, modified stretch being applied here by Jon Moxley. Roderick Strong with the shoulders down and a 2 count, says referee Paul Turner. Moxley forced to break the hold. And that's the problem with submissions. You're caught in submission, your own body is at risk of being caught in a decision. Shayna Baszler knows that far too well. Big elbow.
Huge knees to the gut there from Mox to Roddy.
Yeah, dropping him to his knees, by the way. Again, Jon Moxley, the merit of a Death Rider, that Tolkien fighting spirit of the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Now hooking Roderick Strong in position.
Almost looked like he was going to go for Claudio's neuralizer there.
Or a God-style pile driver, as Jon Moxley's been baptized in combat against the King of Pangrace, Minoru Suzuki. Roderick Strong able to create some separation. Now looking for something big here. Whoa, through the ropes with a drop kick. Barreling through Jon Moxley. Trying him out to come back with the flying form off the apron. Up and over goes the Death Rider. And
this is Roddy's opportunity. He's got to stay on Mox here.
And you forget about again what Roderick Strong's fighting for. Not just staying in this, but he's also been constantly fighting for one thing. His falling comrade, Adam Cole, baby. But now he's fighting for 2 fallen friends in the Paragon. And Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Hooking up Jon Moxley with a big Olympic slam. And how much does that drive Roderick Strong, despite the fact he says he's in this for himself? Like you said, he is definitely not one with the conglomeration. But we did see Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy somehow work together to get a win last night at AEW Dark. Strong comes out with the forearm. And big, just face first goes Jon Moxley. Cover, hook on the far leg, and a 2 count. Of course, you see at the bottom of your screen the events to come. AEW Dynamite on 34th Street, Christmas Collision, World's End, and we usher in the new year on New Year's Eve with a New Year's Smash, courtesy of Dynamite.
One of 2 watch-alongs we'll be doing on New Year's Eve ahead of our annual New Year's Eve stream.
As always.
Of course, New Year's Eve stream will be giving out the Simply Reliable Studios Awards. First ever awards. 2 categories remain. Go to SR Studios 2024 and cast your votes now.
Exactly. There goes Roderick Strong's been at war with these Death Riders since September this year. Last time Jon Moxley and Roderick Strong had a one-on-one match prior to that Blood and Guts advantage, it was back in September. Jon Moxley won that night. And again, I think Roderick Strong's emotions getting the better of him, JJ. Looking for something very risky. Jon Moxley getting the advantage with the rig, trying to hoist Roderick Strong up for a devastating tombstone pile driver on those steel steps. Unable to get the footing. Now Roderick Strong hoisting up Jon Moxley. Fisherman hooked the leg and, oh, man! Drops Moxley on the steel steps with a backbreaker.
Jesus.
The Messiah of the Backbreaker can make your back break across any part of his body or any part of the ring environment. Take a look at the replay here, JJ. No give on those steps.
I don't want to look at it again, Noah. It hurt my back the first time to see it.
Yeah, I think that corner right there down the middle of those steps might have concave a tiny bit on Jon Moxley's spine. And a double count-out would mean both men would get 1 point. But still, Roderick Strong can afford anything less but a W here to avoid elimination. He has to win, or you might as well call him eliminated. Oh! And Moxley gets caught with the Enziguri.
Raking the back.
I'm about to say, turnabout's fair play. It's the way that Jon Moxley tried to get the better of Roderick Strong for that attempted pile driver. And now Jon Moxley set for the ride with the superplex. And the high elevated impact on Jon Moxley's back from that move is going to help Nash. Drapes the arm over. Here's the cover to get on the board. And Jon Moxley gets the left shoulder up. I think that comes down to the fact that Jon Moxley literally had Roderick Strong's arm draped over his core, JJ. There was no body weight pressure on the cover. You saw the way Jon Moxley surged off that kick out. Building chants by the Manchester crowd, UK, probably the most passionate fan base in professional wrestling history, next to Japan, the most disciplined. Congrats, by the way, to Saya Kamatani, first woman to ever win Tokyo Pro Sports MVP of the year. And Moxley and Roderick Strong exchanging heavy bombs here, vicious elbows. Oh, gosh! And wiped out with a lariat, turn Roderick Strong inside out. Looking for the paradigm shift. Get to the midside of Roderick Strong counter, double underhook. Tiger driver. And now chin in position to cover. Now holding both legs, possibly looking for the stronghold. Jon Moxley traps the head though. Inside cradle, and forces Roderick Strong to relinquish. Yes, pressure, kicked off. Jon Moxley. Oh man! Intercepted the drop kick out of nowhere with a cutter. Back press, look at the near leg kick out 2.5. Finishes a finish him by Jon Moxley with great resistance with Roderick Strong. Tombstone pile driver though. That's got to be it. Covered. Dip hook at the front line. Somehow Roderick Strong kicks out again. You see right now, Roderick Strong trapped in the clutches of Jon Moxley, who might be looking for that bulldog choke, rear naked hold. Sleeper hold applied. Guys, keep speaking to Paul Turner. If he goes out here, he might as well kiss his chance in this tournament. Goodbye. Again, you see the way that the Bay's grapevine nowhere to go for the Messiah, the backbreaker here, JJ, completely at the mercy of Jon Moxley, who will show none, trying to reverse the body pressure, rolling himself into the ropes to force the break on the hold.
Very smart, very smart.
Aaron G in the chat as always. Appreciate his following. Appreciate you, bro. But considering both men right now are in do or die territory, and Roderick Strong might as well be on life support in this tournament, I'm not surprised these two are going at it as hard as they are. The Continental Classic pushes you to fight harder than you have in a long time. Jumping knee strike, and that's what Moxley covered by Roderick Strong gets a kick out 2.5. Roderick Strong again refusing to be denied, trying to turn Jon Moxley over into the stronghold, and I think he's got it. Moxley in trouble here, full Boston crowd applied. You see right now the fans sitting at ringside here saying tap. We've seen Jon Moxley already tap out 3 times to the violent artist Kyle O'Reilly.
So to speak.
Able to turn him over, and Jon Moxley trying to fight back using his free boot to kick Roderick Strong up and out to the ring side area. Moxley, of course, still favoring that ankle. Roderick Strong going back on the attack. And back in cover! Sudden DDT, paradigm shift, but Jon Moxley unable to go for the cover.
He might have jammed his knee when he dropped with it. Look the way he's clutching it.
Yeah, about to say, all the damage done in that stronghold prior to that now goes in the cover. Here's a hook in the near leg. Both legs. Oh, damn, Roderick Strong keeps alive.
It's like, even if Mox survives and wins this, that's a big-ass target on that kneecap now.
That leg, again, has been heavily damaged. We talk about, again, JJ, when it comes to round robin tournament, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Looking for the Death Rider! And he got it, connects, sits in the cover, hook on both legs, and Jon Moxley goes to 6. Death Rider keeps running beyond Father Time, JJ, but how much longer, considering how much damage he may have suffered at the hands of the Messiah of the Backbreaker? One of those things, a Pyrrhic win, as Jon Moxley keeps himself very much alive still in the Continental Classic. Let's take a look at the updated brackets, folks. Jon Moxley joins the field of 6, the only one in the Blue League at that score rate with 1 match left. Claudio and Konosuke both tied at 7. Claudio with 1 match left. Roderick Strong remains at 0. If he's going to get into second place, he's going to need a hell of a lot of help. No way for him now to take first, even if he tried his hardest. The only highest score now he can get is 6. He can only hope that Jon Moxley ends his run with 0, and maybe there could be a sudden tiebreaker scenario amongst the rest of the competitors.
Well, no, because Claudio and Konosuke still are at 7 a pop with matches in hand. So
yeah, that's true. So I think it's safe to say that we know that Roderick Strong's days are eliminated here. Well, still a great opening contest, and still to come on a stacked night of AEW Collision Dynamite Holiday Bash. We still have a men's World Championship contract signing as Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, and him and Page will put pen to paper later now. So go backstage to Eddie Kingston. Win or you learn, or lose.
I learned from that.
Joe, you lost a chance. I learned.
Everyone else Joe.
No, I really feel bad about this. Everyone else has to face now.
I never quit.
You gotta see what I'm doing. I never stop. I never quit. I have nothing else in my life but this. Accurate. My everything, my heart, my soul. You got lost about me? Nah. I learn, I move forward. See y'all again. Maybe Collision. See if everyone steps up and see if they want to fight. Yeah, Eddie King's the man. Eddie King's the man. Just takes it to you right damn straight. Real talk. Jesus Christ. After a great match, we get this. That sucks the air literally out of the building.
Eddie Kingston. They're popular here in Manchester.
Apparently, Don Callis is very popular here in Manchester, JJ. Go figure. Not. Tuna pizza. That sounds disgusting. Oh, God. Please tell me he's not doing the introductions to his family. Yes, he is. I'm surprised he didn't screw up his name. And of course, Konosuke Takeshita is looking to not only win the Continental Classic, JJ, but beat the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, in the process. We've seen Okada and Konosuke button heads since the Rainmaker joined the Don Callis family. As the Alpha, our current reigning defending IWGP World Champion, after this has to head over to Tokyo Dome January 4th to defend that title against Yota Tsuji in the semi-main event. Oh, here we go. The man that can't speak Spanish. That is bulls. This guy's worse than Ricardo Rodriguez. I said what I said. Does this bald-headed idiot know your soy mean I am not my name or his name? Orale. Anyway, the match signs with Lucha Libre, the Alchemist himself, Hechicero, who of course had 2 incredible matches earlier this year against Bandito and came very close at Ring of Honor Final Battle season, the Ring of Honor World Championship as the most wanted, remained alive, almost left for dead, and with one arm beating Hechicero in Survival of the Fittest. Now, Grand Mega! This is one thing that I don't need Don Callis ever interrupting. Each. Reigning and defending Continental Classic, Continental AEW Unified Champion, and pound for pound, the best tournament wrestler this modern era with 5 round tournament wins. Looking for 2 consecutive Continental Classics to surpass Mr. August, Masahiro Chono, the Rainmaker with only 1 singles loss this year, Kazuchika Okada. And to tell the tape here, JJ, is not the money involved. It is the ever-going rivalry of Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada proving who is better of them. So, of course, both men are in opposite blocks, and Kyle Fletcher arguing with a win over the reigning and defending Continental Classic champion. In fact, Kyle Fletcher handed Kazuchika Okada his only singles loss this year. It's going to be a hell of a unique trios match where the story will be can Konosuke and Okada coexist. You're wondering why JJ went silent, folks. There's a deeper story here that's going to require a $25 super chat for those that don't know to hear. As we welcome the elite back together in trios action in the ring. With Kenny Bargata Omega in Manchester, England. Gotta be honest, I never thought I'd see this trio again wrestling together. Now time heals all wounds. Carry on. Nick and Matt Jackson, who turned down $1 million for friendship, reunites with a longtime friend and foe in the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, against a common goal, upsetting Don Callis and defeating the Don Callis family. The money at this point is just an accessory. And, of course, Okada feels very betrayed after he and the Young Bucks went together last year to try and change the world and eliminate Okada in the process.
Let's go, Don Callis family.
Of course, Kenny Omega. All right, JJ, I'll leave you with that. Of course, Kenny Omega will do anything he can to get the better of Don Callis. Ever since Don Callis screwdrivered him in the head and used his greatest rival against him at All In Texas. Not to mention, used Josh Alexander to hurt his golden lover, Kota Ibushi, who is out indefinitely. We wish Kota Ibushi all the best in his recovery. Let's see if the Young Bucks, of course, get paid or if payback is brought forward here as Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega might renew hostilities. Again, folks, this is a $1 million, 750,000 pounds UK trios match at the forefront. The Elite and the Don Callis family trios action bell rings. We are underway.
Rick Knox, the official, of course.
I mean, you can't be surprised by that. I'm just saying.
It's more collusion than Nick Patrick roughing an NWO match.
You know, I will give this to Rick Knox. At least he knows how to use his arm to count. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation for another time.
I don't know about that. I don't know, man.
Hey, come on now. Rick Knox knows how to use his forearm count. How about tie up here? And he proved he's not in the Young Bucks' pocket when the Young Bucks tried to pay him off for a decision. And he said, nope. The side headlock being applied here.
I will say, I think Aubrey has a little bit more going for her referee-wise than Rick Knox does.
Well, I definitely agree with that 100%. Oh, big boot by Konosuke rocking Kenny Omega. Of course, last of these two at one-on-one was back in Revolution when Omega won the International Championship from Konosuke. Great scouting and arm drag takeover by the cleaner. Then saying, you still got it. And tag made now to, I believe that is Matt Jackson with a big axe handle. Again, folks, this is Holiday Bash Week. Stay tuned, of course. We have Collision at 10 p.m. following World's End. Countdown immediately following Collision. And then we'll have a special Holiday Bash Collision going coast to coast Saturday. Whether or not it's an encore or a whole nother hour, I have no idea. Stay tuned for further details.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an encore at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But then again, Collision only 1 hour tonight. So I don't know, JJ. I'm going to be intrigued to say the least. Tag. Can someone please disable Don Callis? Big accent out there, trying to complain about the freaking 2 men at the same time. Have you not seen your family of oddities? And here he has literally his top 3 right now. Oh, in trios action, as Konosuke got triple teamed by the Elite. I still can't believe I'm saying the Elite again. Been a long time since I've said that word in a good context. Backbreaker over the knee. And the fans saying beat the Elite. Springboard double stomp by Nick Jackson.
I was in a space earlier today, and some people said that they wanted to see the Elite come out to carry on Wayward Son. And I'm like, nope.
Well, JJ, look at it this way. There'll be peace when this match is done as we go to Restaurant Quiet Picture-in-Picture. Fuck television. I actually recently heard that song on the radio.
I'm behind you quite a bit because I tried to pause to catch up with you, and it just threw everything out of whack. I should have just left it alone.
Just let me know what you're seeing here. Right now I'm seeing Hechicero.
I just went to commercial, so okay. I'll let you know when I come back from commercial.
Okay, sounds good. And, of course, right now, Hechicero, who's been pretty much the CMLL ace in the hole of the Don Callis family. Big scoop slam there by the Mad Alchemist. Modified dragon screw leg whip or ankle twist. Still to come tonight, 8-woman tag action. Mercedes Moné's team of naughty enforcers she's paid. Athena, Marina, Shafir, and Megan Bain taking on a team of nice and happiness in Harley, Campbell, and Nightingale, the Bears of Wrath. And the time is love bombs. Time is toys for Mina, Shirakawa, and JJ cannot wait for that match as his side speaks values. Also to come tonight, the Diamond Battle Royal. Where
I'm down with 7 out of 8, Noah. Like that's pretty good odds there.
Fair enough. Fair enough, JJ. Diamond Battle Royal still to come tonight. The gift of one step closer to an AEW Men's World Championship opportunity awaits, and you will take on MJF next week, 1-on-1 for the Diamond Ring. And FTR defends the AEW Men's World Tag Team Championships against the Bang Bang Gang tonight. Of course, Austin Gunn and Brock Juice Robinson, the last tag team to beat FTR in tag team action. Proud FTR winning the gold at Full Gear against Brodito. And the Continental Classic will still continue tonight. Máscara Dorada goes 1-on-1 with freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. And the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher goes 1-on-1 against the bastard Pac. And we also have Jamie Hayter versus Adonis. Jamie Hayter prepared to take on Stat Daddy Chris Statlander at World's End for the AEW Women's World Championship. And so much more tonight on AEW Dynamite Collision Holiday Bash. And Hechicero right now twisting the ankle of Nick Jackson. Hechicero is one of those type of luchadors that definitely recreates the book on luchadors, considering he's not a high flyer. He is a mat-based body manipulator. And I love that. Big up kick. Oh.
Well, he's also a little bit more of a husky individual, so.
It's true, actually. I didn't think about that. You don't see many heavy. You know, that's a thing, honestly. You don't see many heavily bodied, lean built luchadors like Hechicero, for example, anymore in Lucha Libre. Kind of interesting when you think about it.
God damn it, Safet.
You're the one that's usually on that same wavelength as him. Just let me know when you're back, bro, and focus. You're fine. Also, Safet, you freaking idiot.
Just came back.
And welcome back here, folks, to AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash. $1 million, 750,000 pounds UK is on the line here. Trios action, the Elite. Tag made a Kenny Omega, by God! Against Hechicero. There's a one-on-one match I wouldn't mind seeing. Big Axano.
Shout out to our boy Nick Ferrantes in the chat there.
Yeah, one half of the Canadian Connection with.
What's your dinner order tonight, Nick?
Yeah, I know that obviously. Oh, is it Spotted Dick? We are in the UK. I don't think
fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips is a classic dish. I don't know what else they have there. Shout out to my friend Amara Jade who can tell me that, who recently had a match against Nina Samuels on Spinebuster TV. Nina Samuels will be involved in Ring of Honor Global Wars from the UK, and we'll be covering that here, folks, tomorrow night. Stay tuned. Kazuchika Okada right now with Kenny Omega. Again, Kazuchika Okada has been so full of himself, fueled by Don Callis family, and Okada calling for Hechicero. Konosuke, though, going for the double team, and Okada doesn't want none of that. JJ, this is what I talked about before. These two. Okay.
Nice teamwork there from Konosuke and Hechicero.
Yeah, but he shoved Okada completely out the way. Is that what the stairs all about? Good work or you bitch? Come on, JJ. Call it when you see it.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
And right now,
I'm Team
Okada-
Takeshita over Team
Well-
Okada. Like, aside from the whole coin drop music rainmaker, I'm Team Takeshita 100%.
Why do you say that in this case when it comes to maybe Don Callis seeing the better quality human being, not, but the better maybe professional wrestler? Why are you Team Konosuke in this scenario?
Because I don't feel like Okada needed Callis.
That I do agree.
Okada should have been able to stand on his own 2 feet. If he's as glorious as you and everybody else make him out to be, he doesn't need Callis. Takeshita needed Callis to get to that next level, at least here in the States.
Well, I can kind of
And
understand.
Takeshita has benefited immensely by having the Don Callis rub as a manager. Whether you guys like him or you dislike him, Konosuke has benefited greatly from having Don Callis. Okada hasn't.
I can kind of see your point, but then again, thanks to Don Callis' influence, we saw it all in. Okada was finally able to beat arguably his greatest rival, Kenny Omega, winning the Unified
That's great,
Championship.
but if you think about it, like most of Okada's accolades came without Don Callis.
True, they came with Gato, but Gato's in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that's a whole different conversation.
I'm just talking about here in AEW. Like, he won the Continental Classic last year without Don Callis.
That's a fair point.
Became Continental Champion without Don Callis. Like, most of his accolades just here in AEW have been without Don Callis.
Well, at the end of the day, he just bought into what Don Callis was selling him, which was revenge against Kenny Omega. And I guess that's priceless. If you think you can't do it on your own, you invest in whatever you think can help you. And unfortunately, that just seems to be the case. And Okada's been all in, pun intended, on the Don Callis family. Now, whether or not Don Callis sees him as his golden goose or Okada's going to force that issue, I think that remains to be seen, not only in this trios match, but in the conclusion of the Continental Classic, where Konosuke and Okada are in opposite blocks, and Okada's the reigning and defending, to your point, Continental Classic champion. And you got to imagine if Okada loses, that breaks the Unified Championship. And it looks like Okada and the Young Bucks are looking to rise like the Terminator tonight in the UK as Kenny Omega picks up speed, 0 to 100 up inside the ring, and Kenny Omega flies and wipes the Don Callis family on the outside. Great trios offense here by the Elite, working on all cylinders here, and let's call it what it is, an Elite reunion. The last time we saw the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega together was during the AEW World Trios Tournament, which, of course, you saw Game 7 of when they became the champions.
Yes, sir.
Good.
And I was rooting for the Death Triangle the entire time.
I wonder why. The hammerlock swing by Hechicero to Matt Jackson. The back breaker over the knee. Don Callis family with the advantage once again. Is $1 million going to go to the Elite or stay in the Don Callis family's bankroll? Stay tuned as this match continues in full commercial break now on TBS. Fuck television. Anyway, but it's just one of those things right now. I look at it like this. Kazuchika Okada has everything, and that could also be at the risk of losing pretty much what makes him that mystique of being the best professional wrestler. Especially Konosuke upsets him. Let alone, Okada is, by the way, folks, main eventing the Tokyo Dome next month, January 4th, against Hiroshi Tanahashi in his final match.
See, maybe it's just me,
Go for it.
but I feel like Okada has become a one-trick pony.
Ooh.
He's beach.
Beach.
Like, seriously, there is nothing about this Okada since becoming All Elite that seems special to me.
Maybe that's what Okada wanted, honestly. You think about how hard he worked in New Japan. Work smarter, not harder. Work dirtier. James Hebert, shout out to James, by the way, follow him to Hebert95, has called Okada the best worker since Ric Flair. Now he's literally following Ric Flair's example. Instead of holding 16 world championships, he holds 1. And he's only had 1 defeat this year. That's got to be for some, considering how many matches he's actually had this year, too. It's not like he's been a part-timer Brock Lesnar schedule.
And come December 27th, He'll have 2 losses. Because I still say the finals is going to be Okada Takeshita.
You're really pulling for that. You're really pulling for that.
Yep.
Well, Takeshita.
And Takeshita's got to take him out. I'm sorry. He's got to take Old Yeller out behind the barn and put him out of his misery.
But what does it mean by some miracle if we do get Okada versus Takeshita and Okada wins 2 consecutive Continental Classics in a row and beats the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion ahead of Wrestle Kingdom? I'm just saying.
I feel like that kills all of Takeshita's momentum.
Yeah, I'd say Takeshita literally
look at it this way, and again, maybe it's just my fantasy booker mentality.
Go for it.
You have the IWGP champion lose. Granted, non-title, but you have him lose 7 days ahead of defending the title at the Tokyo Dome.
Yes.
Whereas if Okada loses, and we all know it's Tanahashi's final match, what if Tanahashi beats Okada? Okada's coming off of that L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
so either
fair.
Okada retires Tanahashi, gets the W, and that starts a little redemption arc in 2026, or Tanahashi beats Okada.
There's a lot cause and effect here with World's End ahead of literally the following week in the Tokyo Dome. You got a lot of good points there, JJ. Bottom line, though, this match right here could affect both Okada and Konosuke's mentality. If either man are caught in the fall, screw losing $1 million. Imagine being pinned by one of the members of the Elites, let alone Kenny Omega, who shared wins and losses with both these men. Hell, the last time Konosuke went one-on-one with freaking Omega, Omega won. The last time Omega went one-on-one with Okada, Okada won.
Are you seeing the action? Because on mine it froze. Like it still has Hulu on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm seeing the action right now as I'm seeing Okada run into the corner.
I'm getting a buffering thing.
Yeah, it's probably a buffering thing on your visa, but that's all right. It's not like one of the most critical matches here. We're all good. Just let me know when
Okada charges in, boots to Okada's face. Okada charges back in, Jackson up and over. Nice neck breaker onto Takeshita on the outside.
There you
go. How are we?
I see right now Matt with the Kaza Dora Bulldog to Okada. Let me know when you see that. So pretty much a few seconds. Good grief. And of course, right now, Okada trying to mount a comeback.
And Bulldog.
There we go. Now we're basically perfectly in sync. As we got Matt Jackson at a critical moment here to make a tag. Okada also very close to his corner looking to make a tag. Referee this contest for Knoxdown, standing 10 count here.
And speaking of making a tag coming in to turn this into a true trios, we've got Nick Ferrantes.
Good to see Nick Ferrantes as well. Welcome to the booth, my friend. We'll see what analysis you bring versus Inquirers. And again, we are right now dealing with $1 million on the line between the Elite and the Don Callis family. Double team by Konosuke and Okada. Meeting of the minds thanks to Nick Jackson. Open palm strike. Great agility. Back kick to Konosuke. Escalera to the top rope. 2 for 1 by Nick Jackson. So Nick Jackson was always somebody I thought that could have been better as a singles competitor. He had that shine a couple of times. Go ahead, Nick.
You guys are talking about Okada, so I was thinking.
As you do, Cazadora. Oh man, face first goes Konosuke.
We know that the unified title was brought in to unify 2 championships. What if
cover 2 and kick
just
out.
Before the finals of the Continental Classic, Takeshita gets so pissed and irate that he puts the IWGP World Championship on the line as well. So you'd have a Takeshita Okada final for not only the Continental Championship, but also the IWGP Championship. Okada wins. He becomes, again, the IWGP. He wins that match.
Hammerlock swing. Ooh, whoa.
they beat down Takeshita to the point where he's out for a couple weeks, and then he gets his revenge at Revolution. I feel like Takeshita winning the IWGP World Championship at the time he did, with the fact that Tanahashi's retiring at New Japan, it has to all mean something.
Well, as far as Konosuke Takeshita is concerned, he's trying to literally unify the world of pro wrestling as the strongest form amongst any form of sports and entertainment and be the strongest example of it. While in the meantime, Hiroshi Tanahashi's retiring, and now we got Kenny Omega being called out by Kazuchika Okada to renew this rivalry. I can definitely see your point on multiple facets why Yota Tsuji is trying to restore the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to its former glory. And Konosuke is like, how can we move forward in the future if all you want to do is bring back the past and the present? But again, thinking about also the fact that Konosuke Takeshita is a reigning and defending IWGP World Champion in the Continental Classic. Anyone that gets a win over him, I would think would be in a bid for a match against him. And if his pride does get the better of him, then I can definitely see him defending it if he makes it, of course, the World's End in a semifinals match.
JJ's point makes valid sense because if you're I feel like you're not going to have Tanahashi lose his retirement, right?
The jury is out. All I know is this: Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement match will be against the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. That is his last match in his illustrious career. There will be a closing ceremony afterwards celebrating the ace of New Japan, as Okada and Tanahashi will main event. And of course, wait for that. I was looking for that drop kick. And now Omega looking to hoist Okada possibly for that one-wing angel. The fact that you're retiring, keyword, retiring, does not mean you go out in a blaze of glory. A wise man once said, when you are retiring, you go up looking at the lights. Now, John Cena didn't do that. He smiled and lightly tapped out, but the jury is out whether or not he chose to do that, or whether or not that was planned. Again, I don't work for WWE or any company, but I do know this. I think I'm more excited to see the conclusion of Tanahashi's Thunder Bomb. No pin, JJ, shut up. Bang, V-trigger.
But that's what I mean. Like, I feel like Tanahashi, he'll win that match. So you're going to have Okada lose. I can't see Okada losing the Continental Championship and that retirement match, right, JJ?
I don't think Tanahashi's going to win. I think he's going to lose.
See what I mean?
You know, because to Noah's point, traditionally you go out on your back looking at the lights. The only person I can think of that won was Steen.
Exactly, and he retired as a champion. And right now, Nick Jackson.
And that's a rare instance because, to be fair, most people don't know when they're going to have their final match.
Yeah, long have control over it before their body gives out on them.
Isn't that all the more reason for Tanahashi to win his match?
No.
Waist lock, standing waist lock applies, standing waist lock exchange here. Nick and Matt up and over. Nice! Combination.
Because the Japanese are even more sticklers about tradition than the Americans are.
Damn fucking right they are. Oh, good scouting by the Bucks, catching Okada with double thrust kick.
So then, if it goes down like that, then do you have? So then that means
Okada beating Tanahashi is the beginning of the rebuild after losing the Continental Championship.
And Okada with the drop kick interception on the Meltzer driver.
But I don't know. I also look at the fact that Revolution is our first pay-per-view. I mean, you want to make a statement that first pay-per-view. So why not have Okada go over Takeshita go over.
Cover two, and Omega saves it. Continue.
Takeshita go over Okada at Revolution. No, I don't know.
It's a lot of food for thought with far advanced booking that necessarily need to think about right now, considering Revolution is until March, and we have January to get to first, but that comes after the Continental Classic. You're basically looking at domino, and the first domino hasn't even been set up yet, as right now we're wondering what the hell's about to happen here. And again,
damn, Domino's Pizza sounds good right now. Damn you for saying Domino, Noah.
Yum.
About to say, that was not good, though. Okada looked like he was about to take the head off Konosuke with the Rainmaker. Again. Super
just no Nick Gage pizza cutter spots.
No, please.
Well, I
No,
don't
thank
smell
you.
that. I smell Mad Nick Jackson right now, taking advantage of Konosuke and Okada's refusal to work together. And Tammy Kenny Omega. What's the most famous pizza chain in Canada, Nick? While you got a moment to talk about food, while Omega trying to power Konosuke up and over.
We got. I mean, our pizza joints. We got Domino's. You guys don't have pizza.
That Little Caesars. Oh, Snapdragon.
We have Little Caesars.
We've got Little Caesars.
Yeah, pizza, the little guy that says
no,
that.
but we have a chain called Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Snapdragon.
We got a chain called Pizza Nova.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, these are some like Canadian. The only thing we don't have here, I don't think we have Papa John's.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Papa John's in Toronto.
Triple super kick.
Pizza Hut we have, and I know you guys have. I think your Pizza Hut is better than our Pizza Hut.
Really? That says something, considering how much down that restaurant's gone, considering now it's used by DoorDash drivers. But Pizza Hut's still pretty damn good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Pizza Hut and Marco.
Is Kenny going to get the one-winged angel on this big mucker feather?
It looks like he might get an assist. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Uno, dos, tres.
The elite are $1 million richer. Give the man their money and screw you, Don Callis family.
It's like, give me my money.
Charge money. Give me my money.
I really hope we hear Wayward Son. It'd be a real shame if we don't.
No.
Me too. This is a different type of elite. This is about a trio's title redemption arc story. This is about Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks putting away the past, even if it's for one night only.
That was also a heelish elite that were basically mocking CM Punk by using that song.
Wayward Son was a heelish elite, really?
It depends on the context. Here's a context for you that matters more. Konosuke and Okada are seeing eye to eye when it comes to destroying the elite after dropping to Kenny Omega with a Rainmaker. And Don Callis with the money again, Raging Fire Rainmaker. And right now, Okada and Konosuke are literally bidding each other who could beat up the elite worse. Uh-oh, here we go again. Another Rainmaker, another Raging Fire. Okay, that's a little overkill.
I don't think so. I'm actually enjoying this.
Of course you are.
I wish these two could legitimately get on the same page, because it would be a fucking kick-ass tag team.
And that's what Don Callis wants. But clearly, Okada and Konosuke don't want nothing to do with each other. Kenny Omega now with the... Is that a broom?
Yeah.
A cleaner trying to clean house here.
Or a squeegee.
Either way, that's used for cleaning. The cleaner wiping away the Don Callis family.
So
no, I think it's one of those curling brushes.
No,
wait. They do have flat brooms there. That is a broom or mop. It's definitely something for cleaning. Either way, you can call the Don Callis family getting wiped clean of $1 million. Coming up next, men's AEW World Championship contract signing, triple threat, Swerve Strickland, Heyman and Samoa Joe put pen to paper and a lot of words to Mike when we come back to AEW Holiday Bash Dynamite. Congratulations to Kenny Omega and Mad Nick Jackson. $1 million, Richard. We go to full commercial break. Fuck television.
We got 3 hours tonight and then an hour on Saturday.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's an extra hour. I can't imagine I'm doing only 1 hour encore. That's stupid.
So fucking spoilers, man.
Why?
Don't reveal anything.
No.
I'm not. Drop you off this call personally.
No. I'm not. I'm just saying, fuck spoilers. That's why I was wondering. I'm like, no. I'm not. I'm wondering. Is it? I guess 3 hours tonight and an hour on Saturday.
I don't know, Nick. I think it's just replaying the hour.
That's what I
think it's just an encore presentation
on Saturday.
Yeah, because Saturday is when people normally tune into Collision, so they're just rerunning the hour then, I think.
It just seems redundant. I get it. It's probably like UK time, for example, because the fact it's so early, but I don't know. It just seems stupid in my opinion. That's just my thing. Anyway, and of course, to Fed's point, like I said, we talk about a lot of Wrestle Kingdom. Just speed. Wrestle Kingdom 20, we are coming in Sublimo Studios. Ash and I will lead a panel for Simply Predicting exclusively for Wrestle Kingdom 20 in an exclusive Simply Predicting exhibition. All are welcome to attend, enjoy, and participate, as I do that every year because that's my first professional wrestling show of the year. Damn it. Main event has been made official. It will be Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi in his final match. The semi-main event will be Yota Tsuji challenging Konosuke Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Winner takes all. And you all can go watch the full, and you all can go read more on the full card via njbw1972.com. I highly encourage you to do so if you do want to learn more about Wrestle Kingdom 20 as we bid farewell to the era of the Ace and see who leads the new era, whether it's the Alpha or the Gene Blast. Stay tuned.
So Noah, if they unify the Global Championship and the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, what then becomes their mid-card title?
I really don't think they're going to unify it again. I think that even Konosuke says, if I win, yes, it might be extra work, but that's how much I'm willing to prove how strong I am. I'm willing to defend both. I can't imagine them unifying both because this is the exact reason why the Global Heavyweight Championship was born out of John Mouse's U.S. and Will Ospreay's UK titles. Let's forget, thanks to David Finlay. They know they fucked up when they got rid of the IWGP Continental Championship. All right, they don't need to merge the titles, but in Suji's mind, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship needs to be restored. So I don't see it being unified. I see us turning back the clock to New Japan Pro Wrestling olden times as we go back inside here tonight to Dynamite.
I gotta say, I love that you still use the Continental gimmick.
It mattered to me, damn it! Anyway, Tori Giovanni also matters to me too. Let's go down to Tori Giovanni in the ring.
Yes, I am going to bounce out for just a moment, use the facilities while we just use this useless contract signing segment, which we know will bump Aaron Rift's grade for this down a half a star. So
Aaron Rift needs to really learn to line up on his rubric when it comes to wrestling grading, because seriously, he can't catch a break.
Between pull apart brawls and contract signings, I'm just saying, it seems like we have one of those every week on some show or another.
You're not wrong, though, to be fair. Anyway, as we get ready for this rematch from last year's Revolution, Hangman Page said that he will be keeping an eye out for who holds the gold into World's End, and will be going back after the AEW Men's World Championship that, of course, was unscounded from him thanks to Hook's plan by the Ops.
I like how we're not getting the traditional black table, black cloth,
Yeah.
They're all just going to stand around and sign it.
Well, let's be honest here, Nick. These men don't have to kill each other tonight. They can kill each other at World's End. But tonight, This will be the only time I'm sure we're going to hear them share words, and those words might be final before we put pen to paper.
Oh, yes, Nana. Give me a new dance. Give me a new dance.
Yeah, you're going to get it. Cruz House is it.
See, everybody shat on this song. I actually thought it's sick.
I think it's sick. Fucking hell, it's a Wu-Tang Clan collab. You fucking kidding me? Shoot.
I just kind of wish that Nana did it. Like, I like how he added like the this.
Yeah, the freaking pump it into full gear or something like that. I don't know what the fuck you call that. But
I don't know where he just did it. I don't like how. Listen, the track is not swerving when I drive. So I kind of wish he changed. Like, I wish he changed it.
Yeah, the lyrical melody of it. I get you. Well, either way, Swerve Strickland's definitely changed his outlook when it comes to still being the most dangerous man. That's consistent. But as far as Swerve's vision, Swerve looks to get back at rebuilding his dynasty, where he dethroned Samoa Joe to win his first and only AEW Men's World Championship. And of course, the UK has not been very friendly to Swerve Strickland. Last time we were here, he lost that title to Bryan Danielson literally last year.
Yep. This should be interesting.
Here's the thing also about this, Nick. Last time Swerve and Heyman shared a ring, they were bickering nonstop with each other about neither man deserves to hold the titles. Heyman was hell-bent on having Swerve never hold the championship again. Both men chained by circumstance now, putting the past behind them with a burning house and 2 years that they'll never get back. Now both men are on the same page regarding one thing, taking the title from Samoa Joe. As Samoa Joe not only is AEW Men's World Champion, he is also still 1/3 of the Trios champions.
Check.
You're a robot, JJ.
Robot.
I World's End should be good. How do you? I want to get your take. I mean, I know that it's 2026. It is what it like. It's a new year. I am kind of low key. I'm kind of jealous because the West Coast in Canada get AEW this year, and us here at the East Coast don't. We got Revolution in LA, and then we have Dynasty in Vancouver.
Yeah, I saw that, by the way. First time they'll be going, of course, to Vancouver. JJ, go ahead and try and speak again, brother.
Check.
Robot.
Everyone's seen a contract. 1 week from Saturday. Match for the AEW Men's World Championship. It's a hell of a summit, though. Joe takes the mic.
Is it just me, or does Joe look Joe looks rejuvenated? He looks like he's having fun.
Yeah, it really does, because again, Joe said he forgot who he was when he was helping Hangman along the ways against the Death Riders, a means to an end. Now Joe is back in that prominent light. He is the AEW Men's World Champion. Song's always volatile and unpredictable. I just want to make sure everyone was safe. And there was nothing out of fear to trigger somebody to do something stupid.
Check.
You're back.
Okay.
I won't waste any more. Yeah, you notice how Samoa Joe came out with Hook, who stared straight into Hangman. Hangman's undoing. Joe signs the contract. Whose house? And we're supposed to be World's End. Joe's the only person, when he yells, he's the smartest, most dangerous man in the room, not the stupidest. Gentlemen, I just hope you both make it there in one piece. Uh-oh. Swerve the mic. Came back to AEW for the World Championship full gear. The finish that match with Jim might be coming to you, Hangman.
And I know after everything we did, all that
hell been through. The hell did we cost you? Damn right, fucking hell.
Some weird way.
I respect you in some weird way. Respect found in combat.
How about mutual respect? There's mutual hatred for you, Joe.
Personal hatred for you, Joe.
Now, me and you had a contract signed for that championship. You put me down. Bad.
The last time we had a contract signed, you put me down for a table. I remember that. The pool of his own blood. I love this shit. And how did I get you back for that? I took your championship away. That's right. Last year at Dynasty. So now I'm going to go for us to get from me.
I'm still going to say it. Fuck AEW for going to the West Coast next year.
I'm just waiting for AEW to come back to Toledo, so I have something to put my money into. But it is what it is. Cleveland, get a pay-per-view already. You get pay-per-view level Dynamite. Why can't we get an actual pay-per-view in my state?
Ash can take a TV taping, but I wish Dynasty was in Toronto.
Well, what are you gonna do? Oh boy.
I mean no offense by this, Noah, but get a championship sports team, and maybe you'll get a pay-per-view.
Well, too bad the Cleveland Browns suck. As someone who doesn't give a fuck about football.
I know you don't.
Professional wrestling.
And the last time the Indians won a championship, it was a movie called Major League.
They're not the Indians anymore, okay? They're the Guardians.
Norris House. Damn. Swear with some real talk.
And that's why they suck even worse now.
You can learn more about that and Statboy Sports Bar, where he covers Monday Night Football on a weekly basis here at Suburb Studios. Tune in, folks.
And the last time the Cavaliers won anything, LeBron was playing for them.
Anyway, now him and
I think the Cavs are pretty good this year, so we'll see.
But they still haven't won a championship this year. It's still have to wait and get to the playoffs. But the last time they won, LeBron played for them.
True.
And
Mansfield was so pissed that there was no Cleveland Cena shirt. I said if there was a Cleveland Cena shirt, it would just be a picture of a porta potty.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Congrats. Hey, listen, I know this is an AEW stream. Congrats to Thea Hill.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
I mean, they're going to take that championship off of her as fast as you can say onomatopoeia, but good for her.
Hey, that not necessarily. Not necessarily. And maybe if we have a little downtime during karaoke, we'll discuss it. But right now, we've got this going on.
Oh, boy.
Hangman
is where they figured it out.
Hangman is so good in the chase.
He really is.
Like, he's a good champion, but I think the chase with him it's better.
It's more invested. Let's be honest here. It's more invested.
Yeah.
He's Mick Foley. Mick Foley was never the greatest world champion, but you always invested in him chasing against The Rock, Triple H.
I will say this, Heyman's second run was far better than his first and far more compelling and testing, especially against young brand performers like Lee Johnson and Kyle Fletcher. Those matches were bangers. You failed against me. So instead of accepting your defeat, you turn to Shibata and Hobbs, and you turn to Hook. That's true. Heyman beat Joe at Wrestle Dream, but the plan was put into play.
And you might stand here with the world championship just, but it is all that you have. Because you have.
Yo, you are worse than the Death Riders on their worst day. I don't know to go that far.
I can hear somebody's TV.
Probably mine.
Give him no self-respect left. You lack some dignity.
Ooh.
Damn. I would hate and try to clear for the Legends of Mojo to be remembered as the piece of shit you are today. Okay, Hangman. Realize it's 3-on-1. If anyone would know about that, since God Forsaken Town, there's the town heat, even in the UK. World champion. I knew I planned on defeating you. I plan on defending the championship against Darby Allin. Ooh, that would be cool. I plan to defend that championship against Will Ospreay. Yes, bruv! Will Ospreay get well soon.
I really hope. I mean, it's
that match at Double or Nothing is still probably my AEW match of the year.
I think my match of the year.
Remember, you were at show live, Nick. I wasn't.
You know what? My match of the year wasn't even at that show. I think my match of the year is still Ospreay Fletcher in the steel cage.
I mean, that still was also an epic classic.
I think that's my, when the year is all said and done.
I would say across the ring for all it's worth.
My AEW match of the year is still the Hollywood ending.
I mean, that's a fair shout, too. Again, the glamour, Mariah May, and her greatest spotlight before she died. And Nep Joe, it would be you have stepped to 2. I expect nothing less from you. Man, Heyman versus Swerve in this type of freaking mindset would hit so much differently. As you beat me, I would have accepted that defeat. And I would have handed that championship over to you. Wow. That's deep. But it's not that is not the world we live in.
Hobbs is leaning up on the ropes like, can we get over with this fucking love fest?
This will be a three-way match. And I can't guarantee you who will leave. And I guarantee it will not be you. Well, triple threats again. Champion doesn't be involved in the decision. You've messed up worse than you know, making an enemy of the two of us. I did call Swerve and Heyman the most lethal duo on AEW. And I very well might be right. Considering a triple threat, there's no disqualification.
Uh-oh. Lights out?
Well, pen to paper. We're all set. AEW Men's World Championship triple threat.
What?
What just happened? My feet
Oh,
went out.
Jesus.
What the fuck happened?
You're ahead of us, Nick. Hush.
I know.
I don't see anything. I just see a few lights in the audience. Oh my God!
He back.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman!
Are we cashing in the chip to
Sign
make it a
that
fatal
contract.
4-way?
The devil is back! And this man has pinfall wins on all three of these individuals!
They kept saying three-way. This is a three-way. This is a three-way. That's how it tipped you off.
Remember, Maxwell Jacob Friedman has a guaranteed AEW Men's World Championship opportunity. All he has to do is call it, and he gets it 1 week later. Not to mention, the Dynamite ring could lead to another opportunity. If it's successful, he retains it next week on Dynamite.
He looks, I don't know, something looks different about him.
Remember what he said. He went to go find himself. He forgot who Maxwell Jacob Friedman was. The last time we saw this man, he was put through 10,000 tacks in the table by Mark Briscoe. And Samoa Joe last year, 2 years ago, what's MJF's son doing?
Bruv, heel or not, they've got however many people are in this arena chanting MJF.
We'll hold that thought, JJ, because MJF has pen to paper.
He's done it.
No way.
He's done it.
What? Wait, what? Hold the phone. Hold, what? Ladies and gentlemen, MJF, I just cashed in. Guarantee world title shot. He wanted to gone all in, and now it's not a fair 4-way match.
Can you tell? Okay, I want to sync with you guys. Tell me when he says tub of goo.
What? Wait.
Did he say tub of goo?
I think so, but I think you were talking.
The audience is chanting.
Okay, is he in the corner?
Yes.
Okay.
Why would I really execute my contract? No, I have to face against 3 men instead of 1. Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? NC Biscuit. Oh, shit. Since the Surge Company called me a coward. My time of getting myself together, as I said. And why I'm actually a star. Damn. I was festering over this. And then I realized maybe you were right. Ooh. I'm going to take every sugar in the book to get what I want. But that wouldn't cut you deep now, would it? So, I need to hurt you, cowboy. The better way to do it, not just taking from that title all from you, but by beating you and 2 of your biggest rivals all in one fell swoop. That way you and your fans have absolutely 0 excuses. Wow. Been a while since Rip saying shut your mouth again. MJF was literally undone by Samoa Joe.
At World's End.
2 years ago at World's End. What's going on, Joe? You mad? The super soliloquy. I do. See, when you took that time away from me, these people turned on me. Let's be honest. They did. I mean, yeah, in your hometown, I might add. What's the pain about this, Bucks? Unfortunately, they get to dictate who goes as all-time great. And I don't want to go down as all-time great. I need to. You holded that Junie. You made these people question my ability. Mine. Well, guess what? Your luck has run out, Sloppy Joe. Oh, Jesus. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that, Samoa Joe.
Damn, first I got Domino's craving. Now I'm craving a Sloppy Joe's.
Damn it, JJ. You in the food mine.
We got Nick here. He's the fucking Canadian king of food.
I'm about to make you fall faster than your hairline. Just look at me. World's End. Same place. Same place in my title reign. I end yours.
Yes.
Whoa.
There's something. I don't know. I don't know what he did when he was gone. He looks different.
That's what I'm saying. The only one you need to be afraid of is me.
You know what? Fire powers, man. You really remind me a lot of this
Fire
famous
Bar Shade.
musician. You guys have a lot in common. You both call yourself
Famous musician.
You both rock.
Both call us Smogos.
Rock way too much
Red
baby
jeans.
oil, and you're both
You both
Ooh.
wrote baby oil.
dog shit rappers.
God damn the puffy digs.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh. Ooh.
He did.
God
God!
damn.
Damn!
Yeah, Max is in. Like I said, dude, I don't know what happened while he was out, but this guy, he came back with fire.
Let's talk about that, shall we? The house. You people know him as Swerve. Since I was 18 years old. Both grounded indies. Make a name for ourselves. I know you're Shane.
Where I became the biggest
Somebody's TV is
Work
way
my way to
too loud.
AEW.
Is it? I don't know if it's mine. I have no idea. I'm trying to like maneuver the volume here.
It's all
No,
about the
it's all
speaker
good.
being picked up. Pretty sure it is yours, Nick.
Probably.
WB. Lou. Take it easy.
What?
It's a perfectly good company, eh? Right. You run there, however. Not great. Not great.
Ooh.
God
Swerve
damn.
top to damn. Fuck me. Top. You came up the street. You came knocking on my door. I let you in graciously. You have achieved some incredible stuff. By the way, I want to add, MJF and Swerve Strickland have never met each other yet in the ring in AEW. What's that? Headed for a whopping 126 days. For those that don't know, MJF is still the longest reigning AEW champion in this company's history. 406. But who's counting? Well, me, the statistician. But listen. Now we have a problem. Because you're in my way. You're buying the hand that feeds you. You're Swerve stomping around. Oh, Jesus. Like you own the damn place. So now this is your house. This is my house. The rent is due. And the devil's come to collect. That is set to money line. Michael Corleone. Because I'm about to handle all my family business. World's End. I get back what's rightfully mine. The Triple B. My AEW World Championship.
And I feel like he will.
And stay tuned, folks, for us to be predicting on AEW World's End that same week. Friday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And do you all happen to know why? Oh, I know why. Because my name
is Maxwell
Jacob
Friedman.
Go ahead, JJ.
And you know it.
Oh, he back in rare form.
Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxwell Jacob Freeman is back in AEW and has cashed in his contract for World's End, turning, there's the graphic, the AEW World Championship in a fatal four-way match. With wins
He's our scumbag.
Oh, he's back.
With his world ending at the hands of Samoa Joe, and he came in locked in AEW forever over the AEW Men's World title, and facing Swerve Strickland for the first time ever, MJF can get the better of three of the greatest here in AEW in one night and get back his gold. As we go back to Steve on my belly.
Okay, the only thing I want to change about this match is I want it to be elimination.
I agree.
That would be nice.
Then they can do what they did back in the day and have Joe be the first one pinned. And it's like, you're getting a new champion. It's just a matter of who's it going to be.
Well, I mean, to be fair, JJ, that still could happen. We do have 1 week, but I think pen to paper, we're going to get a fatal four-way. And now Samoa Joe has even less chances to hold on to the AEW Men's World Championship. As now we know next week at Collision, it will be Kazuchika Okada versus Kevin Knight and Speedball My Fairly versus Jungle Jack Perry. Those matches are supposed to take place this Saturday, told you, on AEW Collision Holiday Bash. We go back inside the ring for continued Continental Classic action. But just first off, who gets a
Or
fuck
is this going to be Marina and it's going to be the women's match?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Here comes the problem. I heard the Death Rider from I got men on the mind because I was like, fuck yeah, MJF is back. And here comes the most lethal Death Rider, one half of the mega problems. The problem, Marina Shafir, as we get ready for this 8-woman tag. But MJF is back in AEW, folks, and JJ's gone.
I need a moment for the Mega Sis.
All the hail to Megan Bain, who recently came off a schedule in Stardom in the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, alongside Mega Skyscraper partner Hanako. Of course, the Mega Problems made it to the semifinals of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. As here comes the forever goddess, Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, Athena, who surpassed being Persephone at Final Battle. Still the face of Ring of Honor. And last time she was here in the UK, she lost to Thomas Toy Storm via submission. Athena more than 1,000 days as Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And here comes Mercedes Moné. All right, come on,
somebody
guys.
wake me up when Mercedes is done.
Look, if you both want to go off screen because you can't show a little bit of dignity, then you're more than welcome to. One of us here is going to have a little bit of integrity.
Hey, I am showing plenty of dignity and respect to 7 out of 8 women, okay?
That being said, Mercedes Moné is still...
And you know what? And if Aubrey is the referee, I will show respect to her. That makes 8 out of 9 women, okay?
All right, fine.
I do not want to hear any bullshit when it comes to me having to deal with this. See you next Tuesday on my television screen.
Well, you can steal with this woman tonight, Wednesday night, in black and white, as here comes Timeless Toy Storm Marina Shirakawa, the Timeless Love Bombs.
Spy versus Spy.
Mina Shirakawa and, of course, Timeless Toy Storm took on the inevitable inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. Of course, in the Babes of Wrath, Harley, Cameron, and Willow Nightingale, who had a toast next week in celebration, interrupted by Ebenezer Scrooge's niece. And here comes the Babes of Wrath.
Babes of Wrath. Babes of Wrath. Babes of Wrath.
After defeating Toni, Stormy, and Shirakawa, and the Sisters of Sin, and Athena, and Mercedes Moné on their quest to seize the gold, and Harley Cameron winning her first championship in her young rising career. And now, of course, they represent the AEW Women's Tag Team division, and everybody wants a piece of the champions. Mercedes Moné, particularly, who got no friends, but have more than enough money to invest in the Mega Problems, and Athena for this one night only. Referee for this contest, Aubrey Edwards.
So, going back to... I'm going
to stop you right there, Nick, because I'm going to use this opportunity to get a shameless plug in.
Go for it.
2 of the 8 women in this match are recipients of Simply Reliable Studios Awards. Which ones? Tune in on New Year's Eve to find out.
Good
Tag
one.
made by Harley Cameron. And Willow showing her power, but the scoop slam to Mercedes Moné. Now Harley Cameron. Of course, Harley Cameron had one of her very first matches against Willow Nightingale in AEW Dark. Nice Kazuchika
Her
press
second
cover.
match ever.
Yep. Harley's got to feel pretty good about herself and how far she's grown and evolved in AEW and now being a champion for the first time in her young career.
Did they?
Speaking of AEW Dark, tune into our coverage on demand from AEW Dark stocking stuffer yesterday.
I wish AEW Dark was back more regularly. It gives me a reason to have Tuesday Night Wrestling. That was so fucking fun and good.
Go ahead, Nick. We keep stepping on you, bro.
All good. So I heard that Isla got a good pop that night.
Yes. Tag me, Rich Fear Legal.
I just want to go. Okay. Did they announce what the main event is tonight?
No. Kaza, Dora. Oh, wow.
Great
judo trip.
Now, one thing I will say about that contract signing is I kind of wish that was the main event of the show.
Big forearm. The arm here, inside Russian leg sweep.
No, I don't think contract signings should ever be the main event. Start of hour 2, but never the main event.
Tornado by Mina, the cover. Yay, Mina, 2 count only.
But now,
kick out.
With that reveal in that signing of the contract, doesn't that make the Casino Gauntlet a little bit more predictable?
No. Not necessarily. Because, again, MJF has been the only holder of the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And regardless what happened at World's End, he will have a match prior to that defending that ring next week against tonight's Battle Royale winner. Mina Shirakawa getting the better right now of Marina Shafir. And Megan Baune being lured in by Mina, hooked up. Actually have the legs. But only thing that matters right now is these incredible 8 female athletes. Aubrey Edwards, of course, our official, previous athlete herself. Retired undefeated, by the way, after beating Karen Jarrett. And Mercedes Moné. And still looking at the Diamond Battle Royale is Thomas Lloyd Storm and Mina. Great double team. Marina Shafir is the cover by Toni Storm and Athena and Mercedes breaks it up.
You talked about MJF defending that ring. That's if he's in the Battle Royal, though.
He's not in the Battle Royal, for Pete fucking sake. He faces the winner of the Battle Royal next week on AEW Dynamite on 34th Street.
They've already announced that?
Yes, they literally announced that prior to the Battle Royale. It's all shit's breaking loose right now with these crazy, violent, capable professional wrestling bitches. And don't go anywhere as the plotting continues. It's a cat fight.
Fuck television.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. At least you're on point for something. Again, though, as right now, of course, the mega problems. I can't even tell right now who's even legal. Fuck it, I don't care who's legal. Have these 8 women fight forever.
Although I think what I read is that the Battle Royal is going to happen, and then when it's down to the final 2 fight next week, and then the winner fights MJF. So the match with MJF may be a New Year's smash.
Yeah, I can see that because MJF has always been the proprietary holder of the ring, and the proprietary holder of the ring does not defend it in the Battle Royal. He defends against the Battle Royal winner, and usually the Battle Royal winner is either determined the same night or the following week. In previous times, the AEW Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal has been prior to winner is coming. Let's forget MJF has defended that ring against the likes of Ricky Starks in previous ventures. And the AEW Men's World Championship, for that matter. First winning it back, of course, in 2019, presented to him by Diamond Dallas Page. How fitting. And a tab made by Megan Baune to, I believe, Marina Shafir. Seriously, give me more Marina Shafir in action. She does not wrestle enough, and she should wrestle more, damn it. I love the mega problems. Great combination of what I call them, power and proficiency. Of course, Marina Shafir, that MMA background, and Mercedes Moné legal. I believe they're Harley Cameron isolated in the corner. Harley Cameron, who previously challenged Athena for that Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Oh, this is spinal tap kick. And, of course, there's AEW Women's Tag Team Division. We've seen the dev of it. Of course, we still have the Sisters of Sin, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. We have Windsor and Rico. And, of course, we have Ty J, Anna J, Anti-Metal. Nice Centron drop there by Athena. Cover, hook on a leg, and a 2 count. Theoretically, I would say Athena and Billy Starks could be part of this division as well. I still don't know why Athena didn't go with Billy Starks in the first place. Tag made to Megan Baune.
Well, yeah, last week when Mercedes said that she was going to get some people, I thought it was going to be Athena, Billy, and forgive me, I don't watch Ring of Honor, but I know there's one more person in their unit. So I figured that. Thank you.
Yep.
I figured that was going to be the rest of Mercedes's team.
Oh man, butterfly suplex.
I saw Athena. I was thinking Athena, but I also was thinking like this was a good chance. I know that there were rumors before that that Mercedes wanted to work with the Renegade Twins. I would have had
Charlotte Robin Renegade. She's been one of those women for a long time, part of her business cabinet. Now Athena taking Willow and Mina off the corner. And
but there's got to be something going on as to why they haven't implemented that yet.
I think one of them's still injured because I've only seen Robin, I think, or Charlotte more so in action. Nice DDT there by Mina as Toni Storm still stands in the corner, ready for action. And there's the tag. Tag made. Now we got Toni Storm and Marina Shafir running drop kicks. Of course, it was Luther Klaus that presented Marina Shafir with a glass shoe, and of course, she was unaware of it, and Toni Storm delivered it to her forehead. And that holiday hardcore death match. Nice DDT there.
JJ, maybe you can find it because I'm having a hard time finding it. I know that you guys said that the winner of the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal
action
faces MJF, but I'm not seeing anywhere that's saying that. The only thing I'm seeing online is that the final two get into a match to win the Dynamite Diamond ring, and the person that wins the ring gets the AEW World Title shot at Maximum Carnage.
Toni Storm's still legal. I'll look it up for you. Yahoo's in a little bit. Head a clap by Marina Shafir at the time of Toni Storm. This is what happens. Oh, headbutt! When you don't keep up AEW on a weekly basis. Now, Willow Nightingale legal. Yes, give me this match. All the power. Willow Nightingale and Megan Bain squaring off one-on-one. How these two have not faced each other one-on-one yet is beyond me. Big forearm smash by the Mega says. Big boot. Former, of course, guys strong tag team champion alongside Micah. And Fletcher with a spine buster. Cover high stab by Willow. Gets a 2 count.
Hopefully they belt up Megan in 2026. That'd be nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, she's been a hell of a worker this year. Right now, looking for the doctorate bomb. Pushed in the corner.
I mean, it would nice the way that the poster. I mean, you can't go off of posters and shit. But seeing the poster of Dynasty, tailor made for like.
Blind tag made Marina Shafir.
Ooh!
What the hell?
Nice Hurricane Rana by the Megasis.
Took the words out of my mouth, JJ. Harley Cameron now coming in of our partner. Sends Megan Bain up and over. Marina Shafir, though, is legal. Line tag made. And now the Tiger Fan Koji clutch DDT on the apron. And Toni Storm with the hip attack driving Marina to the floor.
I wonder if Mercedes, speaking of the women, I wonder if Mercedes defends her TBS title at World's End.
I don't know, but Mina Shirakawa just wiped out the Mega Problems. Athena trying to get revenge on Toni Storm. Right behind. I'm not even sure what you call that.
I was going to say, what the hell is that?
Again, Athena right now tagging Mercedes Moné was legal. And again, Athena going to Brooke on the outside. Toby Suicida. Meanwhile, good Lord, more pounds to the ounce.
Straps are coming down.
And Willow Nightingale fired up here, sending Mercedes Moné back across the pond to America. For its cannonball wipes out Megan Bain. Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné are legal, by the way.
I kind of wish that Harley, when she does, or Willow, when
face! And the cover by Mercedes, God damn it! Mercedes just pinned Willow!
I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
VAR, JJ. Unfortunately, VAR. Athena, like a thief in the night, snatching Willow Nightingale's neck with an old face. And Mercedes Moné's investment gets the better of the Women's Tag Team Champions tonight. I think you just got your World's End match, unfortunately. Well, Mega Flowers, Mercedes Moné, and Athena are going to have a very happy time in the UK as we go to full commercial break. Fuck television.
That was a kind of a quick match, though.
Well, yeah, I expect it to be quick because, again, we just established, of course, these titles. So let me go ahead and remind you all once again what tonight means. Tonight is the Dynamite Battle Royal. Next week on AEW Dynamite on 34th Street, it'll be the Dynamite Diamond Ring Final, where the winner will get an AEW World Championship match at Maximum Carnage. And at Maximum Carnage, the Dynamite Diamond Ring winner will get that shot. That's all it says. So unless MJF is just facing the Diamond Battle Royale winner, which I'm pretty sure that's what happened in the past, then I have no idea what they're doing anymore. They might be changing tradition.
And that's what I mean.
MJF tonight. He's not wrestling again.
And that's what I'm saying. Tony does this where he does change things sporadically, right? We've seen other like, for example, this year with the Continental Classic, right?
Damn it, Safet.
For the finals, it's the Gold League final and the Blue League final, and then that final meets at World's End. Yep. Last year, it was the finals versus the runner-up. The finals of the gold face the runner-up of the blue, and then vice versa. So Tony is known to change things. So if we're to believe what they're telling us, the final two participants of the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal face each other for a shot. It's for a shot at Maximum Carnage. We just saw MJF. He's not wrestling. There's no way you're having him parade out there and then having him wrestle. So is he giving up the ring? We're like, you know what I mean though? Like, this is what I'm saying. I think I would have done the contract later on or after the Battle Royal. I don't know if I would have put it on at that spot, is what I'm saying.
I get you. I understand your frustration.
No, it's not frustration. I'm just
Nick.
Let him finish.
I understand your frustration at the lack of clarification. Let's hope that on commentary they make it a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
When we get to the actual match.
And quit overthinking.
I don't know. It's not frustration. I just things like that. It's like
you sound exasperated, which is why I said it.
No, exactly.
No.
You sound like me when I see Mina Shirakawa.
Legit, you both are broken, like legitimately. Sometimes I feel like we're in the slow lane for different reasons. Anyway. But I understand your point. We go back inside now, and once again, the Death Friars theme plays.
Pack.
Turning our attention to the Gold League, welcoming a bastard in the 2025 Continental Classic. Jesus. You don't have to think about ring here. All you got to do is think about 3 points. Doesn't get simpler than that. No Death Riders, no outside interference. The bastard pack returns home to the UK to a homecoming crowd looking to take on the Proto Star for the first time since the first time they met when Kyle Fletcher was part of Aussie Open.
Pac looks like a Hobbit strongman.
Good, jacked as shit.
I dare you to say that to his face and not get your neck cranked.
I don't know if my neck will get cranked or not, but I would say it to his face.
Well, Jared, nice knowing you. That being said, this is the second ever one-on-one encounter for these
two. And if
two.
I do get my neck cranked and have to tap, I'll do it with a smile on my face like John Cena did.
Listen, we're never supposed to give up.
You're both fucking idiots. That
but
being
you
said,
say, I'm smart. I'm not going to die. I'm not going to let him break my neck.
Anyway, Kyle Fletcher, of course, and Pac had their first and only other one-on-one match in 2019, which at 18 minutes, we'll see if the Bastard and the Protostar surpass their previous endeavor.
This is a guy I hate. If Will is not ready to come back in time for the Owen Hart, I think 2026 is a year of Kyle.
Many people have already said that the Protostar has been a first ballot candidate to become a future AEW Men's World Champion. We saw the legacy he left with the TNT title, now looking to get the better of his friends, family, quote unquote, in the Continental Classic. Not to mention, again, his opening bout, he already has pinned the reigning and defending Continental Classic champion. Again, folks, Continental Classic, round robin tournament action. You heard Nick scatterbrain aside talk about how the Continental Classic is working right now. Nice job, by the way. Again, folks, each match, 20-minute time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone is banned from ringside if anyone gets involved. They are fired from AEW. And Kyle Fletcher right now is high with Speedball and Kazuchika Okada at the top of the block after JJ ate crow last week when Kyle Fletcher lost to Speedball Mike Billy. And Speedball stopped the Protostars' undefeated run in this year's Continental Classic. The ratings are underway.
Rub it in.
Damn fucking right.
I was gonna bring that up though. Like, what does that do to Kyle Fletcher? He lost last week. If he loses again here to the Bastard, what does that do to Fletcher?
Well,
like, this is almost a must-win for Kyle to get back into the swing of things.
Well, dead heat at the top of the block, to your point. Although Pac does win, it will be a 4-way tie for first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the standings across the bottom of your screen? I love that shit.
So, obviously, and this is one thing.
Drop down.
I don't know. I know that Noah, you're gonna say, if you want story, go to the other company.
Accurate.
But with something like this tournament, I know we're all in. It's all in kayfabe. The whole if you interfere, you get fired. I feel like 1 year he should really have somebody do that.
Good wrist exchange here.
I feel like you can really get something creative out of that where it's somebody interferes, they get kayfabe fired, and they show up at one of their partners, right? Like, I feel like you can really, I get the whole tournament aspect and the tournament is great, but you can also, I want him to have in 2026. I think that's one thing I'm going to be looking for out of AEW. I want Toni to have fun with some of these things. Do something a little bit conventional here and there.
Maybe you'll get that at Dynasty next year in a different part of Canada. As we got Okada versus Kevin Knight and Jack Perry versus Speedball this coming Saturday on Holiday Bash Collision. We focus on the Continental Classic this year. And personally, I don't mind when a match sometimes comes down to the better wrestler or the stronger spirit. Shades of New Japan are, of course, the strongest Joshis right now. Saran Sama Kamatani, who won Tokyo Pro Sports Awards. I don't need every match to be some sort of kayfabe story to be continued Pokemon special with a crap pot finish. Baseball slide, and right now, Kevin, no, man! Kyle wiping out part of the outside with a lariat.
I mean, as we're winding down this, we're in the holidays, we're winding down this year, I'll pose the question to you guys and guys and the people in the chat. In 2026, like I said, for me in 2026, out of AEW, I'm looking for Toni to have a little bit fun. I want, again, I know that wrestling takes precedent over story, and I get that. I think in 2026, I'm looking for Toni to have a little bit of fun with this. In 2026, what are you guys looking for out of? I know it's early to ask this, but in 2026, what are you looking for out of AEW? Are you looking for more matches? Do you want more? Like, what are you kind of looking for going into 2026?
A single boot by Pop right now on the apron, and Kyle Fletcher taking up an that's Harris.
I just want things to make sense.
Okay.
I feel that's been my biggest issue with AEW is that, and maybe it's because I don't watch consistently enough, but I feel like when I tune in, there's no coherency, no, consistency. Like, everything is just so all over the place. I used to make jokes that Tony Khan's booking was putting talents' names into a balloon, popping the balloons, and be like, oh, Mark Davis, John Moxley, you guys go have a match.
Yeah.
I just want things to be consistent. We're in a tournament season right now, for Pete fucking sake.
Okay, tournaments are one thing. I have no problem with it for tournaments. I'm talking about the other.
I'm just saying in general.
45 weeks of the year, though. Like the Owen, the C2, completely different situations. I understand that.
Yeah.
But
All right, fair enough.
I just want a little bit more consistency.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want everything in AEW to be just for the graps, man.
Yeah, and that's fair to ask, though.
You know, I am a guy that likes storytelling. I feel like AEW has gotten exponentially better this year. Whether it's good stories or bad stories, well, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've gotten exponentially better the last 52 weeks in trying to tell stories. Improve on that. Because you're going to get more viewers with coherent stories. Out of a 2-hour show, you can have 1 or 2 matches that are just about the graps that are random. But if every single match on the show feels like it's just something thrown together, you're not going to grow because you're not going to hook in new fans. And whether ratings matter or don't matter, you still want to get more fans. This show looks like it's sold out, but they're in the UK who are starved for professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, you'd probably have about 25% of this audience at a regular arena in the States. That's a problem.
Man.
Yeah.
Having the floor. And then shorter capture suplex.
You know, nobody I have ever talked to, whether they are an AEW fan or an AEW hater, nobody I've ever talked to has criticized the actual in-ring performance of the AEW talents.
Yeah.
It's everything else.
Yeah. And you're fair to ask that.
Every week, though, you're kind of like this proverbial broken record, and your words don't mean anything if change doesn't happen. So, accept it and don't watch it.
No,
which is why I don't watch it that often. But he asked what I wanted for 2026.
Well, I respect that analysis, but I'm just speaking on behalf of everybody else, not you two yahoos. All right,
I just want them to continue what they're doing and improve upon it because they have gotten better.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
But there's always going to be room for improvement. I mean, I'd be lying if I sat here and said that the other company across the street is doing things perfectly, because fuck no, they're not.
All right,
but
good.
You know,
but
they still do that aspect of it more often than not better than AEW does.
Yeah,
it's always been their bread and butter.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Vince
imagine
famously said it in an interview. We tell stories. It's what we do.
Yeah.
And AEW does pro wrestling more often than not. During these tournaments, we return back to Blue League Max Shash to have that critical analysis of the state of storytelling AEW instead of V, as we got the Bastard Brock going one-on-one with the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher. After that nasty head and shoulder suplex.
This is Blue League action because the graphic says Gold League.
Gold League, excuse me, botch.
Well, no, but on the prompter to your point, it said Blue League, so I
saw that. So,
now.
Yeah, good point. Thank you for that.
Either you botched or they botched.
Either way, they botched.
Oh.
Noah, I'll pose the question to you.
About German suplex.
What are you looking for from AEW in 2026?
Make all your titles matter more, and don't have Mercedes when they always at the forefront. It's a no-go driver cover. No. The bottom line for me, I'm just looking for a stronger level of original home talent growth and showcasing the competition outside these tournament settings when it comes to proving your worth towards going after a title or forming a grudge that will make both men better in the end. Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher have been one of those rivalries this year. We got him and that page and Swerve Strickland on the same page. MJF renewing hostilities with Day One Hangman, trying to get a new beginning from the man that ended his world and colliding for the first time with Swerve Strickland. And I look at these AEW Women's Tag Team Championship scene, and it looks like Mercedes Moné going after that crown. I necessarily don't need that. But I also look at the fact that Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, that's a fresh set for the AEW Women's Division that I'm really enjoying right now with Thekla waiting in the rings in her web. For me, I want to see more talent showcasing versus repetitive storytelling with the same players.
Do you feel,
Sandy, to your question, the heels won in that 8-woman tag match?
Oh, yeah, to bring up the speed, because we've been talking so much about our critical analysis of storytelling AEW showcase. Well, two of us have, and I respect that. Nice moonsault to the outside. Hit woman tag, Athena and her investments won against the Babes of Wrath and freaking Timeless Love Bombs as Athena and Mercedes Moné got the better with a Nightingale. Mercedes Moné pinning Athena. MJF return turned the three-way into a fatal four-way at World's End. And of course, in their opener, John Moxley beat Roderick Strong to go to 6 points. Nice switch on the bridge.
I like asking you these. I like asking you these questions, Noah, because I do really. I think out of everybody that I know, I think you watch this product through a different lens, and I appreciate that. So this is why I pose these questions, because I want to get your take, and even JJ's too. In my opinion, and I don't know if this goes to you to both.
10 minutes left.
I really hope in 2026 the attendance for the States does pick up. I understand numbers and ratings, it's all subjective, and I'm not getting into that.
Please don't.
And I won't. For me, I'm starting to feel, and I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel like, yeah, they need to
Poison
pick up,
Rana.
They need to pick up the attendance here in stateside. Do you feel like they?
I 100% agree with you. I agree with the general assessment that most people make that ratings don't matter like they used to.
High Liger Bomb, sit out, cover, check out.
But if you aren't putting asses in the arena, that's where you really need to start examining things. Because you can only downsize buildings for so long until you're in a high school gymnasium or an Elks Lodge. And that was fine for old school ECW, but that's not fine for the number 2 company in the world.
Kyle Fletcher now looking to be number 2 in the block with the high kick running the corner of the Pac. Got Pac out looking for that pro-step brainbuster.
And I feel like what it's going to take for them to get those numbers back up is a good storyline. What got WCW those 83 weeks was the NWO. They thought they had it with the Death Riders, but it was horribly executed.
Yeah,
standing brutalizer.
They need to get a hot angle or a hot talent signing that's gonna make people go, "Oh shit!" Like when they got Punk. That was the last major signing they had with CM Punk.
And the brutalizer applied by Pot now, who of course capacity Nathan Cruz last night on Dark. See if Kyle Fletcher can force this break.
No, I agree with you. Listen, I'm not here asking for them to get
the boot on the rope. Good ring awareness there. Go ahead, Nick.
I'm not here asking them to put in 10,000 people in an arena a night. I'm not asking for this.
Well,
I'm asking
we should be asking for that, but it has to be a steady upgrowth. It can't go from 3,000 to 10,000 overnight.
Once again,
but that's what I'm saying. I want them to get a good 5,000-6,000 people, right?
Exactly.
Like you said, gradually get there. They're not, and that's what I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that Toni realizes that and sees that.
Well, they're doing Revolution at the Staples Center. Staples Center, I believe, gets about 20 to 25,000 in there. We'll see how full that arena gets.
But that's a pay-per-view, JJ. I don't think that really counts.
That doesn't matter.
Him up. Brains Buster! Fletcher goes to 9 points. No!
Just because it's a pay-per-view and they tend to deliver on their pay-per-views as opposed to their weekly television, if people have been turned off, they're not going to sell it out. I think that's a huge test, is to see if they sell it out or not. Even with the Cucamonga kids being local boys. And I use the term local loosely, is Rancho Cucamonga and LA may as well be fucking worlds apart.
And you know more about that geography more than anybody, I'm sure, in this room, probably. Kyle Fletcher going for the Avalanche Pro Star Brainbuster. Pop finding bat, though. Needed the head. Chops to the chest. Pac once again trying to get the better. Kyle Fletcher, crane separation, driving his elbow into the side of the head and shoulder. Big headbutt, working over the neck. Of course, trying to soften it for that brutalizer like earlier. What the hell is Pac positioning for here?
Avalanche Poison Rana?
You might be honest something. JJ, God damn! Avalanche Poison Rana connects.
Yeah,
they're standing looking for Pac to hit that beautiful black arrow. Kyle Fletcher the drop. Black arrow connects. Cover 2 and Pac goes to 6. That was a huge win, really tying up the field.
But what does that do for Fletcher's momentum? That's 2 losses in a row over people that 3 months ago Fletcher would have easily beaten.
Time changes.
What does that do for Fletcher's momentum?
I don't know, because right now it's a dead heat. We got 4 men at 6. Kyle Fletcher has 1 match left, while the bastard Pac has 2. Pac could literally lead this thing. Coming up next, Dynamite Battle Royal, return to Dynamite. Fuck television. So now I really am trying to wonder who's going to take the goalie, because Okada has 2 matches left. Speedball has 2 matches left. Kyle has 1 match left. Pac has 2 matches left. All 4 men are tied at 6. Kyle goes to 9. He already has wins over Kazuchika Okada, which is the biggest tiebreaker. And his last match against Jungle Jack Perry, who could play spoiler. I imagine if Jungle Jack Perry beats Kyle Fletcher, he's got to be damn near eliminated. Because if Speedball might barely beats Jack Perry, he's got that tiebreaker. And Speedball also still has 1 more match, Kazuchika Okada, who of course he faced in Double or Nothing. If Okada, though, beats both members of Jet Speed, he's deadlocked no matter what. He'll have 12 points. So, again, I figure it's going to say Kyle Fletcher, with 1 match left, he's going to need a lot more losses to keep in the hunt for 2nd place, if nothing else, in the Gold League. So, I think you're onto something there, JJ. After we got a commercial break again. Fuck television. Man. Love this competitive shit. This tournament always gets my blood going. Like the 5-star Grand Prix of the G1 Climax. But yeah, like I said, I am the guy that watches AEW 24/7 365 on a weekly basis because they engage me the most as a professional wrestling fan, particularly the pay-per-views. Pay-per-views on average give me 5 great matches out of freaking 7 or 8 main card versus insert our company here, where I'm lucky to find 1 that's memorable. That's just the way I am when it comes to my outlook as a professional wrestling fan. But I've also grown and been baptized in the world of strong style and King's Road. To Sandy's point, Sandy, I don't know if I'm doing New Year Noah like I did with Walter at the beginning of the year this year. We still have to figure out everything from a budget standpoint and a timing standpoint with work schedule. So please stay tuned as we're about to conclude on Dynamite, actually, and go into the collision hour, which I wonder, is it just going to cross over, or is it actually going to force us to? Well, no, that's right. We're on TBS. That's right, JJ. Good call. Yeah. So, again, check. Yeah, you're not robotic.
Okay, because it unplugged again. So I just wanted to make sure.
Well, as long as you're heard, that's a whole nother thing. And Darren, WWE, AEW, HOG, TNA, ROH, NWW, wrestling company, insert name here, isn't everyone's cup of tea, but people enjoy it for different aspects. Like I said, both companies are flawed. I like WWE. Do I like much of their matches and their action, the PLEs? No. I love AEW. Do I love the in-ring wrestling competition? Yes. Do I think there's a lot of stories? Not really, but that doesn't bother me that much. And as far as TNA, well, turns out they come Timu WWE. As far as NXT, it's not my NXT, but there's definitely a lot of promise there with Kendall Gray, Thea Hale, Ricky Saints, Obafemi, etc., etc. Again, congrats to her. But the bottom line, wrestling is for everybody, but depending on what you want from it, if you constantly desire it and you don't get it, don't let it underwhelm your fandom or don't let it overwhelm your mindset. That's all I got to say about that. As far as I'm concerned, AEW still has my full focus.
But to that point though, what we need this company to grow as well, though, don't we?
Well, yeah, obviously. You want freaking professional wrestling to evolve. You gotta want it to evolve across the entire landscape, not just one company's wallet. Have we got the competitors coming out here for the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal?
So what do you think, Noah, that it'll take for AEW to grow?
I honestly don't know at this point. I feel like they found a comfort zone. They're kind of just going along with it. It's going to take something major to really get the publicity out there for AEW, where you got a figurehead that everyone can understand, relate to, and somehow can connect to. At the end of the day, I think about AEW, there's only one person that covers all those boxes. That is MJF. So it might just take more MJF on your screen, whether he's jaw-jacking or insulting your city or sports team, or whether he's wrestling once a month for the AEW Men's World Championship. Might take MJF back in that promising light, or more prominent figures on AEW, like Bobby Lashley, like Shelton Benjamin. I think it's going to take a unique setup in the world title pictures to really bring more people forward, especially when you're not trying to just bring professional wrestling fans. So I think it's AEW's focus, but casuals. Again, I don't think they focus on Joe Schmo from Kokomo, unless you want Ricochet on the friggin' main event banner. But, it's a whole different hindsight. It really comes down to, what do you want wrestling to reach out to? Everybody or the focus fan base? In AEW, I think it's the focus. And I think that focus has a certain reaching point. And once AEW realizes that, then maybe they'll expand beyond that. That's what I think. But again, I'm only one fan that enjoys what I see from the product. But I want to continue to flourish and expand because I love AEW. And I think AEW is only good for the wrestling business. Again, this is elbow top rope battle royal. Both feet have to hit the floor.
So from, I don't know if y'all are getting the same thing that I'm seeing. So it seems like Max relinquished that Dynamite diamond ring.
I'm proud to say he's held it for 6 damn years. And considering he already had a men's AEW World Championship, that would be the definition of redundant. They had to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah. So we're getting a new winner.
You got Shelton Benjamin, you got Max Caster, you got Mark Davis, you got Luchasaurus, you got Anthony Bowens, who's been stuck in mid-card hell. You got Gates of Agony, you got Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toliona, you got Brody King, who I've been waiting to see really get a big chance as a singles star, if not for a singles championship. Hasn't had a chance since Kazuchika Okada, of course, for the Continental title, and Bandito has been many people's Wrestler of the Year. And again, that chant is way too wordy. I'm just going to put it out there right now. That chant is way too wordy.
So this is everybody in here?
Yeah.
Yes. As far as right now, I believe. So my money is on Brody King. As maybe the Acclaim can finally become acclaimed again, because the Acclaim was always stronger together as a duo versus singles.
Yes, this is everybody in the match because the bell did ring.
And again, Battle Royals are, of course, for other people to get opportunity. And Ricochet just threw Max Caster out of the Battle Royal. And Ricochet went in between the bottom and middle ropes. I mean, Battle Royals, at the end of the day, they're always a catch-all, all right? You don't expect nothing major from a Battle Royal. It's not the Casino Gauntlet. So I'm not surprised that you have the, let's call it what it is, extras here, and then you have the Hurt Syndicate. But the Hurt Syndicate's also been this long-standing feud with the freaking Demand, Ricochet and his cronies.
Well, you don't have the Hurt Syndicate. You have Shelton Benjamin. Bobby Lashley is out injured.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a fair point. And Josh Alexander,
I don't see MVP in there, so
right.
It's literally just Shelton Benjamin, which I'm hearing Lashley might be out for quite a while.
What happened? Oh,
I don't know.
It's news to me.
But give me fucking Benjamin and Alexander as a tag team, kind of a modern day world's greatest tag team.
Click, click, boom by Ace Austin. Ace Austin, who already had a chance.
Goodbye, Ace.
Well, never mind. I was going to say previous X Division champion had a chance to challenge for the unified championship against Ricochet. That was actually his first match, by the way, but lost that. And Benjamin,
I think we get Bandito winning this match.
Yeah, you think? Well, Bandito's still being our world champion, though. To be fair, so I mean, but him versus MJF, he did try to rip Bandito's mask off at All In, so there is that. You might be onto something there. Try to knock him to the floor, and somehow Anthony Bowens is able to knock Ricochet up to the floor and set up and over. There goes Bowens.
I feel like it will be a babyface versus heel dynamic. So
I could see that, honestly. I could see that. I mean,
you know what? I think this may come down to both members of Brodito.
I really think so.
That would be. Hey, listen, that would be for a shot at the AEW World Title.
And then I could almost see Bandito in the end giving it to Brody because Bandito is the Ring of Honor champion.
maybe not
That
give
gives
it.
Brody an opportunity to challenge for the world title.
But
I
you
wouldn't
know
say-
as well as I do, JJ, it's every man for themselves, all
Well,
right?
well, right, but I'm just saying, like the last two have to go one-on-one. I don't mean
Yeah.
like just handing it to him.
Yeah,
But I could see Brodito like tapping out, surrendering
That's
to
fair.
give his partner the opportunity because he's already a world champion. He doesn't need both belts.
no.
But
Yeah,
if
you're right.
Brody can challenge for and win the AEW championship, then both members of Brodito would be world champions. And I don't think that's ever really been done before.
Not to my knowledge, as far as Ring of Honor and the AEW Men's World Championships go. Speaking of championships, we still have the AEW Tag Team Champions Alliance. FTR defends them against the Bang Bang Gang.
I do though would have liked to see a little bit of a surprise entrant in this Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal.
And I didn't expect that, honestly. The Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale has always been inside AEW only, with those that really aren't involved in anything major.
Well, I mean, there's a big bad Keith Lee still sitting in the wings saying that he's ready to go.
I don't know, honestly, if Keith Lee will ever be fully ready to go at this point. Seriously.
Well,
well, there goes Bishop Khan and Bandito. There goes Ring of Honor.
Bandito.
And now the line says Brody canceling on taking Shard down. You were saying.
Bandito. Oh, I don't have. ... No, I'm trying to find. I don't know if my. Okay, it's still on this channel. Never mind.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh
God! Ricochet turned inside out by Luchasaurus. A headbutt. What happens when a dinosaur headbutts a walking weapon? There you go.
You knock off the walking weapon's headgear.
Well, I mean, Swerve did that with a freaking house call. Jesus! Bandito getting up in the air and the freaking lights. Okay, I want this match. Shelton Benjamin and Luchasaurus. Shelton Benjamin, who doesn't freaking age, it seems like, renewed and a fountain of youth when it comes to his pro wrestling expertise. Such an underrated athlete. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me.
Forgotten member of that class of 02 that everyone always refers to.
It's ridiculous, right? He probably had more collegiate background than Brock Lesnar and John Cena. As we're back here now with Mark Davis and Brody King, the Meat Division in play. Again, the Diamond Ring final will take place next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on AEW Dynamite 34th Street from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. The three big men right now, Brody King, Mark Davis, Sheldon Benjamin, Jesus! Nice German suplex, choke slam by Luchasaurus to Mark Davis. And Ricochet caught out midair. What are we doing, Ricochet here? We're going to play shot put, or what we doing?
Pop-up choke slam.
God!
Great teamwork here between Luchasaurus and Shelton Benjamin. Got to wonder if Jungle Jack Perry is getting jealous.
Well, Josh Alexander just wiped out Shelton Benjamin as Luchasaurus wiped out Mark Davis, and Josh Alexander just wiped out Luchasaurus, so your jealousy conversation might have just gone to the wayside. If we're down to, I think, 4 men.
No, I don't think so.
I was say Brody King, Josh Alexander, Ricochet, totally. Oh, you're right. The Gates of Agony were not eliminated. I completely forgot about them. 6 men left.
Which this
all
goes
three
to
members of the Demand are in there, as well as Brodito and
Josh
Alexander.
So this plays. You know what though? Then JJ, this plays into what you just said. Having both members, I would not mind having both members of Brodito be the final two.
You very well might get that idea if the Demand doesn't command the field here, but something has to give with these 3 men all involved. Big Boot turns Bishop Khan sideways, sidestep to Total Leona. Brody King taking down Bishop Khan. Ricochet looking for a reprieve, unaware of what's happening. Bald idiot. And Ricochet. Fighting was in full control. Brody King with Ricochet up on the shoulders. A defiant driver and a Total Leona in the corner. And Josh Alexander hoisted up by Brody King. Brody King, of course, previous participant in the Continental Classic as well. going for the ankle lock as Josh Alexander, of course, coming off that loss for Strickland last week on Collision, trying to put his name in the hat towards the AEW Men's World Championship. At least he's finally doing something non-dog house fan. Well, never mind. Nice monkey flip assist by Bandito, sending Josh Alexander to the outside. Josh Alexander eliminated. Bandito still fully in this match. Meanwhile, Ricochet ran over by a double-decker bus against the barricade. Whoa! And Toliona with a T-bone collision, wiping Brody King up over the barricade. Right now, Bandito and Bishop Khan, the only 2 men inside the ring, while there are 3 men still involved in this thing outside the ring, down to 5. Bishop Khan to the corner, up and over goes Bandito. And Perez are close to being eliminated there. And the fireman's carry, holding on for dear life. Most wanted man that will never say die. Keyword die, not the other 2 words that most people know someone was. The Toliona, though, And Brody out himself and Toa, saving his brother.
Well, so much for that.
Only 3 men remain, and 2 of them are part of the demand.
Gonna be Ricochet and Bandito.
And I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, well, there's that. And now you can only hope that Bandito wins, but let's see if we're surprised if Toliona somehow surprises us. Don't think it's going to happen, but still. Bishop Khan out, but.
So with the way that Toliona has Bandito. Oh, never mind.
Why do you say names being eliminated, JJ? There's your final 2, folks.
I was going to say, what happens if Ricochet comes over and dumps them both out?
Then I imagine that he would have won tonight. Well, there you go. Next week, Bandito, Ricochet, one of these 2 men going to Maximum Cards to challenge the AEW Men's World Championship against either Swerve Strickland, Hangman Page, Samoa Joe, or MJF.
And I didn't like that result.
Because both men already have championships.
Yeah.
And Ricochet just got his, so he should be focused on establishing his own instead of challenging for the world title. Makes his own insignificant.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say, how many times have we seen a mid-card title alongside a world title here in this wrestling business?
Very few.
But this is a new championship that you just debuted.
Yeah.
It's, I don't.
It's like, congratulations, you're the inaugural national champion. Oh, just kidding. We're going to give you a title shot for the world title because that belt fucking sucks. And we stole its concept from the NWA.
Yeah, but they say it's their own concept, apparently, JJ. Let's not forget that. That's a whole different conversation. But yes, JJ, everybody with a brain that knows professional wrestling knows that's not. So thank you, Captain Obvious. Now book me a hotel as we now transition from AEW Dynamite into Collision. And continuing forward with the Continental Classic. Look back at John Matsu again. I do wonder the state of that left leg. Jeez, oh, peace. I like the Continental Classic too, personally.
And are we going to get overrun on Collision? Is it going to be an hour? Is it only going to be the remainder of the hour?
No, it's just an hour.
Well, but my point, Nick, is it's starting at 10 after the hour. So is it going to go to 10 after 8, or is it only going to be for the rest of the hour and go till 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific?
I'm betting on 11:15 because I guarantee you the main event's going to be the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That's my guess.
And we still have Orange Cassidy, Máscara, Dorada. We've still got Jamie Hayter and Isla Dawn. Thank you. I couldn't see the image, and I didn't.
I was going to get pissed. You said her name wrong too. Anyway, have we got a moment to breathe?
It's
John Moxley talking about people becoming monsters like Kyle O'Reilly.
I hate to harp back on what we were talking about before, but it's decisions like that I hope in 2026 Toni changes his mindset.
Maybe she think that Bandido will lose the Ring of Honor World Championship sooner rather than later. He's more than proved his worth to be AEW Men's World Champion material, considering what he's done with the Ring of Honor World Championship in and out of AEW, ROH, CMLL. But
But
only
they're
time will
not going to
tell.
have a major show between now and then.
No.
I don't know what Supercard of Honor is going to be, but yeah.
Well,
This
it's
year's-
not
was it-
going to be before January 14th.
Well, that much is true.
Wasn't Supercard this year at like September?
It was in the summer, I think, Texas. As we welcome everybody in to
Yeah.
the continued coverage
Yeah,
here
it was
from-
around the same time as All In. It was the same weekend.
as
Yeah.
we get ready for more Continental Classic action with pixelated Titantron, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. That Titantron still fucking cracks me up.
I was going to say, I'm glad you pointed out that that's pixelated because I was about to be like, let me get a lens cleaner for my glasses. Jesus Christ. It's been a minute since I've seen an Orange Cassidy entrance. I didn't know he had changed his Tron like that, for fuck's sake. I'm almost 50 years old. I have a strong ass prescription. I was not prepared for that.
You weren't prepared for that at all, were you? I love it. And welcome, folks, to AEW Collision Holiday Bash. The action continues here in the Continental Classic. Máscara Roberts first screen Orange Cassidy for the first time ever. Young Tangerine in the audience. Orange Cassidy going into the Continental Classic. JJ broke me a bit. Orange Cassidy. Damn it. Orange Cassidy right now with 3 points. Fuck you, JJ. Máscara Dorada also at 3 points. Máscara Dorada going into his third match. Orange Cassidy going into his third match as well. Both men trying to get a step ahead of Jon Moxley here. And of course, both men far above Roderick Strong. Trying to look for second place or the tie for third place. Excuse me. Fuck me. Oh my gosh. Again, folks, Continental Classic for those that are tuning in just now. These matches, 20-minute time limit, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Everyone's banned from ringside. And, of course, Máscara Dorada is currently World Trios champion still, alongside Sky Team. Anyone gets involved here are fired or banned from AEW. This has been the integrity that has kept since the inception of the Continental Classic. And, of course, Máscara Dorada and Orange Cassidy are coming off the victory from AEW Stocking Stuffing Dark last night, along with a grudge side Roderick Strong against Mark Andrews and Lycos Kid. Should be a good mutual one-on-one bout here. Blue League match. They got the graphic right this time. The reigns were underway for this contest. See how much Orange Cassidy tries tonight. Oh, God. Hell. I like this. I got a chance to breathe because I know Orange Cassidy's going to take things slow. Because Orange Cassidy is not a luchador for those that don't know. But 3 points are on the line here in the Continental Classic. Again, top seed of the Blue League, face runner-up of the Gold League. Top seed of the Gold League faces runner-up of the Blue League in the semifinals, which will culminate in our finals. The winner of those two matches, all at World's End, December 27th.
What? Sorry, say that again, Noah. I don't. I think it's the other way around.
Top seed of the Blue League faces runner-up of the Gold League. Top seed of the Gold League faces runner-up of the Blue League. The winner of those two matches will be our finals in this year's Continental Classic, just like last year. All at World's End. And of course, Orange Cassidy and Máscara are both in their first Continental Classic, by the way. See what happens here with these two men. Máscara, of course, coming off that great defense of the Trios Championships, of course, at Wrestle Dream. And coming off a WTF win for some people against Claudio Castagnoli, current CMLL World Champion, might I add. And there you see the graphic, Nick, to further confirm what I just said. Also now at AEW World's End, Chris Statler will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Jimmy Hayter. And we have a fatal four-way for the AEW Men's World Championship, thanks to Maxwell Jacob Friedman adding himself, pen to paper on his own contract, against Swerve Man and Page Samoa Joe.
I'm gonna need a minute.
Nice arm trying to take over there. And again, you see right now, Máscara trying to tap Orange Cassidy. Nice crucifix. 2 count by referee Brandon Martinez. And of course, World's End folks will be exclusively on pay-per-view, HBO Max. We'll be covering in some of the studios, whether it's me, Ash, Nick, Walter, Solo, 4-2, don't know. We will be covering that here December 27th. Please stay tuned. Shout out to Nigel McGuinness now on commentary. UK legend in his own right. Former Ring of Honor World Champion. Last Ring of Honor Real World Pure Champion. That match with Lee Moriarty was so fucking incredible. Deep Ron Drag. I apologize, Nick, for what you and Walter had to do that Friday night. The trios match here. You go look more at the review, folks, on the Saturday Shenanigans. Stay tuned for the Saturday Shenanigans. Weekly Marmite Conversation Wrestling Match. Sold by Reg Wrestling. JJ wins this Saturday. Stalemate in the early going here for Orange Cassidy, Máscara, Dorada. As this action continues on Holiday Bash and Wrestler Client Picture in Picture, fuck television, as both these men are tranquilo. Finally, a chance to breathe. Oh, man. Again, thank you for those that have
Listen,
tuned
let's
in.
not forget that this weekend, this Shenanigans is Noah's favorite time of the year, as it'll be our 4th annual Christmas karaoke.
Always got to find a way to piss me off. But that's all right. If I'm not pissed off sometimes, I'd be happy all the time. And Lord knows that's impossible. Máscara, Dorada, Orange Cassidy right now. And Máscara, Dorada looking for a submission hold here. Modified abdominal stretch. While everyone else is spending stupid, absurd amounts of money on lame brain Christmas gifts. Now Orange Cassidy looking for the abdominal stretch of his own. Ground out to push. Shout out to, of course, Zack Sabre Jr. Amanda Orange Cassidy shared the ring with. Cover roll up Orange Cassidy gets a 2 count. Máscara with the reversal, hook of the near leg, and a 1 count. Both these men jump position here. I like this even stalemate so far. I still go back and rewatch Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy as well, because who knew that Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. would be such a techers challenge for both men? I do wonder what Zack Sabre Jr. is going to be doing next year, considering he lost the World Tag League, by the way. Oh, no, I took that back. He and Rio won the World Tag League. While your girl doesn't watch tournaments, shout out to our other half of the Canadian Connection, our Canadian friend Ash. Shout out at Dash. Follow her, folks. Don't be a dickhead. Stay tuned for her and I to give a preview of Wrestle Kingdom 20. And, of course, the biggest fan that you will ever know of the Techers, our Canadian friend Ash, who is hard at work right now because the world of retail is a nightmare at this time. God bless her. I remember those days. Orange Cassidy with the Romero special. Máscara, Dorada seated in it, though. So not as much pressure applied on the arms allows him to free the grip. Now picking the sneaker of Orange Cassidy. If I was going to go for an ankle lock there. And an accolade applied. Camel clutch. Shout out to Miro, former TNT champion, or Rusev, for those that, of course, know his name. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. We do this for all the biggest shows, pay-per-views across all professional wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA, ROH, NJPW, NXT, HLG, GCW, JCW, and other promotions to follow. Collision is always like a slow afterburn in the 3rd hour, though, on Diamond. I'm just saying. I'm just waiting for Jamie Hayter and Isla Dawn to hit hard. Legit. And I'm waiting even more to see who hits harder at World's End. My 2 favorites in AEW Women's Division going 1-on-1 for the AEW Women's World Championship. Let's fucking go. And speaking of Women's Champions, stay tuned for our coverage of New Year's Eve of next year, where JC Jane will defend her NXT Women's Championship against Kendall Gray, this year's Women's Iron Survivor, the current Evolve Women's Champion. Speaking of people that have 2 championships. As we're back here in Blue League action, at least I got that fucking graphic right. Orange Cassidy, most notably known for his incredible AEW International Championship run of practically near 25 defenses in the first run. Handstand, arm drag escape. Very nimble, Máscara, Dorada. Master of the ropes, as of course he's known. Every step of the way, Máscara, Dorada is Orange Cassidy trying to engage his pockets. With palm strike. It's like Orange Cassidy's freaking hidden power. Dorada still the kind of night. Jamie Hayter versus Isla Dawn and the AEW World Tag Team Champs be on the line as the Bang Bang Gang to take on FTR. Grabs the wrist and give me a break. Slop style engage. The most lethal open palm strikes. Whoop. Oh! Soul Food now step up to the top rope. Orange Cassidy actually going safe. That's probably a wise move considering what happened at Saturday night's main event. Trying to show his own bounds in between the ropes here. And one hand in the pocket, Orange Cassidy engaged.
And the other one's giving a Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
And both hands in the pockets, Orange Cassidy fully engaged. If I was that capable without my hands, just always in the pockets, I swear. And now Orange Cassidy with the arm drag, literal arm drag, drop kicking a kip up. Taking it out to the floor. Have you ever heard of a man that couldn't wrestle with their hands? Exhibit A, Orange Cassidy. And it looks like the fans was Orange Cassidy. Then dive to elbow suicida denied by Máscara Dorada with the Tiger Feint kick from the bottom rope. Now Máscara Dorada looking to dive and drive an Orange somewhat in the corner of the announce table. Orange Cassidy looking for his own Tiger Feint kick. I don't know what area code we're in. Tilted with a backbreaker. The area codes, by the way, are a whole different breed in the UK. I'll tell you folks that right now. Máscara Dorada with the running shooting star from the end of the floor at Orange Cassidy. Good grief. Máscara Dorada, again, been wrestling for only 4 years, I might add, at 23 years of age. I didn't know Máscara Dorada was that young of an athlete, honestly.
Yeah, me neither. I thought he had been around for a while.
Crossbody cover, 2 count only. Apparently not. Very nearly put down Orange Cassidy, current world historic welterweight champion in CMLL. God bless you. Only 630 matches in his career so far.
So, I just want to bring something to light.
Go for it, bro.
I know that you said. So we know that the league final and the championship final are at World's End.
Yes.
Yes.
They have not yet. And I went back and this is why I was off camera muted. I went back and watched the selection special. I know that last year it was the leader of the gold faced the runner-up of the blue, and then the leader of the blue faced runner-up of the gold.
Yep, same thing this year.
They haven't said anything to that extent. I've gone back and looked. They've not specifically said that. They've only said that the league finals and the championship finals are at World's End.
It was on AEW Official X, dude. And again, nice DDT takedown there by Orange Cassidy. I don't say stuff unless I literally heard it from my friends that follow this as much as I do, or I find it on X as soon as I open the app, because I don't scroll and I don't have notifications. But I know what I know. So unless Tony Khan pulls a fast one again and changes it, bro, it's the same exact format as last year, my friend. 10 minutes remaining in this bout. We are halfway through the 20 minutes here. Nice as a Guri. Dorada. Oh, man! What a backbreaker. Took the release backbreaker over both knees. Now Máscara Dorada going up to the top rope.
Wow.
In the top rope, Máscara Dorada where he's most comfortable. Looking for the woo. Orange Cassidy rolling inside, avoiding the Superstar press. The Cazadora, the roll through. Cross leg cover reverse. Máscara Dorada, deep cover. Orange Cassidy reversal. Both match opposition. And sits the cover and 2 counts. How about disorienting your opponent? Look for the orange punch. Standing switch exchange applied right now. Orange Cassidy still unorthodox up and over. Máscara Dorada looking to go up and over. Opposite corner. Orange Cassidy back inside. Squaring him up. Orange punch denied. Grabbing the arm. Well anticipated by Máscara Dorada. Now the orange punch might be neutralized. Orange Cassidy trying to get feeling back on that upper forearm. Corkscrew arm drag, takeover. Get it. Orange Cassidy. Cover. Orange Cassidy gets it. Whoa. Orange Cassidy using Máscara Dorada all momentum against him and trapping him in a seatbelt almost, or a crucifix, to go up to 6 points. Alongside John Moxley now. Down in second place. 2 minutes 7, 2 minutes 6.
I'm looking at poutine.
That's a Canadian delicacy.
Some poutine.
Orange Cassidy throwing the sunglasses to Máscara Dorada out of respect. I don't think sunglasses work well with a mask, though. I'm just saying.
Says who?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Coming up next, Jimmy Hitter vs. Island Town will return to Collision after this commercial break. Fuck television. Good stuff. Good job, Orange Cassidy. Well, all right, now we got a moment to breathe. So, again, Nick, it was literally on their AEW X when they first started this thing. The semifinals will be top of the blue versus the semifinal of the gold, top of the gold versus semifinals of the blue. Those two matches winners will culminate in our finals once again at the end of the year at AEW World's End.
I love you, Noah, but can you tag me if you find it on X? Can you tag me when you see it?
Yeah, it was during the beginning of the Continental Classic. But if you really need that evidence, bruv, then I'll see what I can do for you.
It's not to say I don't believe you. I can't look for it. And I can't find it. And I don't know why.
You really are a glutton for information.
Yeah, well, yeah. I like again. I think this goes to what JJ was saying about consistency, right? You know one thing, I know a different, right? I kind of wish that we knew and didn't have to worry or wonder about this stuff, right? Unless I missed it.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, we got a moment to breathe here. Fuck television. Now we get ready for Jamie Hayter versus Isla Dawn. Yes. I love this women's division. I love women's wrestling in general. Again, congrats to Saya Kamatani, this year's Tokyo Pro Sports MVP, the first woman to ever win it since that award's inception over 50 years ago, I believe. So congrats to her, and also Sarai winning the Fighting Spirit Award as Konosuke Takeshita and Hiroshi Tanahashi won other awards. Of course, Ken Akabashi was also part of the committee that was part of the voting as well for that prestigious award. Again, congrats to the Phoenix Queen as she prepares for Anosari for Stardom Dream Kingdom, defending the World of Stardom Championship, and then prepares for Suri at Wrestle Kingdom 20, defending them to Strong Women's Championship and going out to the IWGP Women's Championship. A lot of gold on the line at Wrestle Kingdom 20. Good grief. Why does everybody got to be title for title, though, basically, though? Seems a little ridiculous in my opinion, but what do I know? Anyway.
I will take this opportunity, since we're not really running our own commercials or trailers, but just let you guys know the passions do not stop. We will be back here tomorrow with not one, but two different watch-alongs. Noah will be handling, and I don't know if he's gotten somebody to cover it with him or if he's Joey Stylesing it, but Noah will be covering Ring of Honor Global Wars.
Yes.
While myself, James, and Brian, myself, pending if I get called into work or not. As long as I don't get called in, we will be covering Wrestling Revolver's Holiday Special.
Nice. Domo arigato, JJ Model 1.0, as we get ready. Oh, we go backstage with Lexi Nair and Athena and Mercedes Moné. So let's see what Mercedes Moné has to say.
You know what? As long as you walk in it well done, I don't care what you do.
Let's see what we got here.
Where are you going?
One respected champion and one spoiled.
JJ, you're robotic.
Fragment message start. Time to do it again. I have a great idea. World's End's around the corner. Where I see it. Mercedes Moné. And the Ferrari's champion. Versus the Hunters of Wrath for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. I love the sound of that. Oh, God. Didn't make that happen. This is where I give out challenges. I would give an opportunity to a local hero for Collision on Saturday. Since I'm a global champion. Blah, 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 I'm blah, 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 blah. I put my Rep Pro Disputed British Women's Championship on the line. As long as you lock it up World's End, I don't give a damn what you do. Mina only gives a damn about herself, as Mercedes Moné gives a damn about herself. But at least one's got far less of an ego. Let's fucking go, Jamie Hayter! Sorry. Now we go back into the ring for women's action. Sorry. Right now, it's back to the ring. Jamie Hayter versus Isla Dawn.
Hopefully they give them a good amount of time.
I'm sure they will. From Southampton, England, and this is a first time ever one-on-one encounter. Jamie Hayter, of course, former UK native, also a former Pro Wrestling Eve Women's Champion, might I add. And there you see that beautiful graphic Jamie Hayter will challenge Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship at World's End.
I mean, this could
Gotta
have been
pick
Nick's.
one, Noah.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'll remember later. Nope.
I mean, this could have been Nixon Newell's spot.
Well, if someone learned to be professional, maybe it would be. As we got Isla Dawn making her way to the ring. Something wicked this way comes in the White Witch. I love Isla Dawn.
Me too.
Isla Dawn, of course, former NXT and WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. As we saw her in action last night, of course, against Marina Shafir on AEW Dark. This young freelancer, 11 years in the business, trained by Tommy N and Mikey Whiplash, known as the White Witch, has shared the ring with the final boss, Michael Santamora, and is from Glasgow, Scotland.
For a second, you said shared the ring with the final boss. I was like, she was in the ring with The Rock?
I know, I was going to say that too.
No, I'm talking about a final boss that can wrestle, legitimate final boss, Michael Santamora.
Hey, The Rock was a decent wrestler, okay?
He was all right, but he's no Michael Santamora. Shout out to Michael Santamora.
Fair enough. But you're making The Rock sound like he was hot garbage. Like,
no, I would never. He was never that. But he was as limited as John Cena. That being said, Connor will tie up here and drop down. Now Jamie Hayter, Isla Dawn with the drop down. Jamie Hayter, of course, former AEW Women's World Champion for 190 days for losing it and, of course, being out injured indefinitely. And she's also a former two-time undisputed Repro British Women's Champion. Mercedes Moné is given an open challenge for that title on Collision. I wonder who might answer this Saturday. Oh, wait, she said local. Wait a minute. Jamie Hayter's local. I wonder. And she did share a match with her earlier this year at Double or Nothing. I'm getting ahead of myself. Nice low bridge. Jamie Hayter sent to the outside, having kinesio tape on the shoulder blades, considering the war she's had with the Triangle of Madness, including beating Thekla, handing her first singles loss in AEW. Bad PK. Isla Dawn with the upper hand in the early going. Can the White Witch conjure a victory on the number one contender? Stay tuned. Must require picture. Fuck television. Of course, Isla Dawn, as I said, recently signed AEW, been a line cover to count only Barbie Edwards, aligned with the young veterans, and hopefully soon to be recognized as AEW's number one. And Isla Dawn off the ropes, driving the knees and the shoulder blades of Jamie Hayter.
Isla Dawn's got that red velvet cake that I wouldn't mind devouring.
I'm just going to focus on
that. She does.
And, of course, Jamie Hayter, like I said, no stranger to this area, former EVE International Champion. Funny enough, that title is currently held by Chris Statlander after successfully retaining it, cover, to count only for Isla Dawn against Nina Samuels after beating Anita Vaughn for it. It's so good seeing Jamie Hayter return to the Pro Wrestling EVE and taking on Alex Windsor before Alex Windsor became All Elite. I love that. You can watch Pro Wrestling EVE, folks, on YouTube, by the way. Go check them out today. Snap suplex there, as, of course, Chris Statlander will defend that EVE National Champion against Dakota Kai in a Pro Wrestling EVE debut next year at their Queendom show. And Isla Dawn getting the better of the former AEW Women's World Champion here in the early going. Of course, Jamie Hayter, also a previous member of Stardom, the faction of Oedo Tai before they became Hate, former Gods of Stardom champion with Bea Priestley. I think Bea Priestley's been doing good stuff in Stardom, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I just wonder when Bea Priestley is going to get
Bow and Arrow.
When she can get a back in a North American promotion. Should be good to have her in like a TNA.
She's much more happier in Stardom. Cover two, kind of like Lara Press, and probably got more respect there too. Blair Davenport was a freaking fought in the clouds pretty much. Vicious forearm smash by Isla Dawn dropping Jamie. And right now, Isla Dawn in control of Jamie Hayter. Again, I gotta watch the hair though. Isla Dawn's one of those that I still believe should have been NXT UK Women's Champion. Hell, she took the final boss limit not once but damn twice. Missed opportunity like her and Ginny, who's now retired, by the way. And Isla Dawn right now just driving her knee into the back of the head of Jamie.
Ginny's husband is the legend killer, okay?
Yeah, I know, the ring general Gunther. The man that literally killed sports entertainment in one night, and I love it. Stomp of the hand right there. Professional wrestling destroys sports entertainment. That's the greatest call Michael Cole's ever done in his career. Elbow strike right now. And out of the Don, here's the cover. Forearm across the jawline. Gets a 2 count.
With that line that Michael Cole said, I wonder if Vince was watching and saying, fucking assholes.
Who the fuck cares? He's no longer in the company. Jamie Hayter with slightly more experience than Isla Dawn at, of course, 10 years of experience. Excuse me, Isla Dawn slightly higher, 11 years versus Jamie Hayter's 10 years. And yet these two have never met each other one-on-one. So we're back here at AEW Collision Holiday Bash. A little preview of our number one contender ahead of the AEW Women's World Championship match.
Can one of you guys explain to me something? So why is the Rep Pro Undisputed British Women's Champion, why is it 2 belts?
Oh, God. Collision of the midsection by Isla Dawn to Jamie Hayter. I don't know what the fuck you mean by that, by the way, because it's always been 1 belt. Unless you're talking about Mina Shirakawa's secondary belt, whatever she had that for, that is not the Rep Pro Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship.
But the English, the British.
Yeah, English. Words are hard. Buy the shirt, evanandcaitlin.com. Oof, big boot. Jamie Hayter out of the corner. And the missile drop kick. You were saying, try and get your words together, bro.
No, the British Undisputed British World Championship is 2 belts.
I don't believe it is. I'm not sure where you got that from or what picture you saw. Saito suplex by Jamie Hayter out of the Dawn. The double shot. Yeah, that's Mercedes Moné's belt in Mercedes Moné's left hand. That queen of something. It's not the official Rep Pro Undisputed Women's British Heavyweight Championship because Alex Windsor never held that secondary title. The only one that ever held that secondary title was Mina Shirakawa. And, of course, Mina lost that belt to Mercedes Moné at the beginning of the year at Wrestle Dynasty in January. Covered by Isla Dawn and a 2 count. Hard-fought contest here with these two, as I expected. Everything Jamie Hayter's giving Isla Dawn's giving back in fold, and I love that.
Punch her out, Isla.
And the fire spins carry. Slips free, elbows back of the head. Isla Dawn set up the ropes. Missed the Haterade. Isla Dawn hooked by Jamie Hayter. Uh-oh. And went for the backbreaker. Isla Dawn trying to counter it, though. And, oh, God. Messy. Hayter hooking up with the Haterade. The near leg. That's it. Hayter kicks hard.
Boo.
Jamie Hayter doing what she loves, and that's fighting women in the UK, preparing for Chris Statlander at World's End, looking to capture her second AEW Women's World Championship in fine retro fashion.
Boo.
If she's able to hit that Hayter raid, very well could be a changing of the guard. Respectable bout here between Isla Dawn and Jamie Hayter for a first time ever encounter. Honestly, wouldn't mind seeing these two as a tag team.
Boo.
And good stuff by Jamie Hayter and Isla Dawn. Wait a minute! What the fuck? That's simply a Santa Claus. Sky Blue and Julia Hart can't leave Jamie Hayter alone. Can't help with the fact that she literally lost to all 3 of these women. Like, seriously. Ooh. Now, Thekla with, what is that, studded belt?
It's just her belt.
Beat her ass, girls.
And Thekla looking to punish Jamie Hayter for all the turmoil she's caused the Triangle of Madness. Oh, come on. Oh, God. Lashing Jamie Hayter. Across the spine. And Chris Statlander has landed. Yeah, run now, bitches. The women's champion is here. They're been calling out Chris Statlander. Hasn't been able to freaking answer. And it looks like Sister Sin are going to get advantage of Chris Statlander. Cannot double suplex later women's world champion. And Thekla beat her ass. Backdrop suplex to the Toxic Spider. And Statlander, it's Saturday night. Saturday Night Fever to Sky Blue. By the women's world champion. And Statlander is not done yet. Looking to send Julia Hart back to that wicked web of Thekla. And what is this? And, oh, what the fuck? Inadvertent contact by Jamie Hayter with the Haterade, wiping out Chris Statlander after Julia Hart pushed Thekla out of the way. I mean, again, the friggin' signs of battle.
Well, was that intentional? Jamie Hayter doesn't seem too upset about it.
No, she does not.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the goal. There's respect, but at the end of the day, respect doesn't get you a paycheck, all right? In 10 days' time, we'll see who hits harder and deserves to be the face of the women's division. As Chris Statlander gets dropped tonight with some inadvertent haterade by Jamie Hayter. But our main event coming up next for AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR puts the top of the line against the Bang Bang Gang after this commercial break. Fuck television. Okay, first off, that was fucking awesome. Secondly, you stop booing before you trigger me. And third, I don't have to pick or say anything to say the predicting, so you can shut your face. And fourth, that's why I love this women's division. And again, Thekla clearly on the minds for freaking JJ saying, what the fuck was that? JJ on the hates this outcome. Yeah, subtly, he didn't freaking let his words be minted. Again, he's the analyst for a reason.
Okay.
He doesn't
Jamie Hayter just went fucking Super Cena. She got her ass beat for 95% of the match. One fucking haterade and she fucking wins.
Hey, the haterade works.
Stop me when I'm telling lies.
You know, JJ, I'm just going to put this perspective for you, bruv. Sometimes a finisher only has to hit once, but it damn sure in this day and age of wrestling doesn't always have to be the case. It is what it is, bruv.
Okay, but for that to be the only offense she got in the whole match, that
wasn't the only
offense. Fuck out of here.
Dude, did you watch the same match I did? They were knocking each other
I
silly.
watched Isla Dawn beating the piss out of her for most of that match.
And I watched Jamie Hayter give her receipts for it.
So, sorry, I asked.
No, you're not. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. So I hate to push back on you, Noah. Apparently, the Rev Pro British World Championship is actually 2 belts. According to a friend of ours, Mr. Carlos Estrada from a group that we know, he says that they are 2 belts. That there was a unification match years ago. They consider it 1 championship, but still comes out with two titles.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, it's like how Ultimate Dragon had 1 championship, but it was 17 championships.
So that's why
overkill.
So that's why Mercedes has the Rev Pro title and then that gray title. It's all considered 1 title.
All right, well, they need to get their shit together as far as I'm concerned, because Queen of Southside is really dumb compared to Undisputed Women's British Heavyweight Championship, in my opinion, and gold trumps silver. But that being said, what the fuck ever. Regardless, we know that Mercedes Moné is going to defend that title some point, I think this Saturday on Collision, and we're going to cover that because apparently I think it's going to be a whole different 2-hour show. Told you, bruv. And also, just putting it out there, last time Mercedes Moné defended a championship, she lost. Just put
I wonder who she's defending it against.
Well, she said she wanted to face somebody that was from the area local. Jamie Hayter has held that title before. She's from the UK. Alex Windsor previously challenged her for the TBS title, and she's from the UK, and she's the former Women's Undisputed British Heavyweight Champion. She's beaten Emerson J for one of her titles. That's also from the freaking area. She's defending against Rico, former Progress Women's Champion. So there's a lot of people there that are to choose in and out of AEW. That being said, that's coming Saturday, but tonight on Wednesday night, guns up. It's main event time on Holiday Bash Wednesday night.
Honeycomb, me love honeycomb.
Well, JJ likes honeycomb. I like professional wrestling. Guns up! Bang Bang Gang, Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, who handed FTR their last tag team loss, looking to cash in tonight and seize the AEW Tag Team Championships. Pretty much to Jay White's delight. Jay White, get well soon. I personally miss Bremer at the Switchblade, but that's just me.
Yeah, I miss Jay White.
Yeah, again, you need that big name presence from Nostradamus that everything he says and does, we have to thank him for because it's all made possible because of him. And I'm not the one telling you that. He was the one that used to tell you that. Again, it was November 8th, 2025, prior to Full Gear. Rock Hard Juice Robinson with the left hand of God. A very hard contest. Call what you will. What matters is the result at the end of the day with the belt. But the Bang Bang Gang handed FTR a pinfall loss.
I would not mind Jay White coming back as a heel. Turn the Bang Bang Gang heel and have him take the TNT title off of Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, the new face of TNT, Switchblade Jay White. That's a fair shout, actually. And there's Small Stoke, who came and get holes in the UK. He'll tell you that himself.
Well, I feel like the Guns are not going to... I think they've positioned the tag team title... Look, the writing's on the wall. We're waiting for Edge and Christian to come back. So
yeah, and look, I feel like that's everyone's hindsight's 2020. I think you're literally just waiting for the opportunity to arrive for itself.
So, I mean, you're not going to have... I wouldn't mind seeing a baby face CNC, you know, putting over a young heel team like the Guns.
I mean, the Guns are former tag team champions. Let's not forget, back when the As Boys were trying to get out of their father's shadow, it was literally the As Boys that were previous AEW tag team champions, who they lost them to. When it was Towers' career, it was FTR. Of course, FTR in this newfound road of confidence, now 11-time tag team champions in their illustrious career, who have been the same two duo since NXT days of Black and Gold, might I add, who have literally revived tag team wrestling as traditional. Paying homage, of course, the Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, the Hart Foundation, the All Greats, the Steiner Brothers, you name it. FTR has assimilated them and used them to their own advantage, DIY included. Paul Turner hoisting up the AEW Men's World Tag Team Championships.
Does Noah, does New Japan hold the trademark for Bullet Club?
I want to say yes, because at the end of the day, it was Gato's original idea.
Like, could
you don't hear Bullet Club anywhere else.
Well, the reason why I asked, because could theoretically, if Switchblade does come back as a heel, can he use the Bullet Club name?
I would say that since he came in AEW, he picked Bang Bang Gang for a reason. So I would say, well, no, at one point it was Bullet Club Gold. So I would still say, because it's New Japan relationship, I would say yes. I think this is where you draw the happy medium, considering the relationship on good terms with AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Rocker Romero's and Tony Khan's own words. And, of course, President Tanahashi.
According to New Japan lore, wasn't Jay White kicked out of New Japan?
Technically, yes. He lost a loser.
So that may be why Jay White isn't able to use Bullet Club. Because it all could be some kind of interconnected story that they just haven't explained.
Yeah, well, they say when you're Bullet Club for life. But I do see what you mean, considering it's always been the Bang Bang Gang, pretty much. Big shoulder tackle there by Austin Gunn. For those that are wondering where Conan Gunn is, he is still out injured. Tab man Juice Robinson.
But this is what I'm saying. I think the Bang Bang Gang, it would be a good name as a babyface faction, right?
I see where you're going with that, Nick. Yeah, because Bang Bang Gang sounds more fun, more, kid friendly, more,
right.
Babyface.
Yeah.
Whereas Bullet Club is, that's the group that wants to take over. That's the modern day NWO.
And I think the world title scene right now, there are more talents in the world title scene that we need to get over before Jay White challenging for the world title. So I think a happy medium for that is him coming back as a heel and kind of taking over the TNT title.
See, right? That is one place I'll push back, because Jay White should have been AEW World Champion already.
I know.
He just keeps fucking getting injured, and it stalls any momentum he builds. The AEW World title picture needs him.
Up and over.
I'm tired. I'm starting to fall into AEW, the same thing that made me stop watching WWE when they were the only thing. I'm starting to get tired of seeing the same people in the title hunt.
Well, I think I've been on record in saying, I've always said that I think the natural progression of this title, of the world title scene at least, is Hangman dropping it to MJF, and then MJF dropping it to Will.
And now,
I think now with all of the injuries that have been in play, things have kind of, we had to change things, i.e. Samoa Joe. But I think the fact still remains that
the miss. Here's Robinson out of the corner. High cross body.
If Will's ready to go next year, he has to win the title at.
Not necessarily. Don't takedown.
You need to have Will win it at All In London. You're not gonna have him win it anywhere else.
It makes the most sense, but it also seems too damn obvious. And we'll see if it's too obvious that FTR is going to hold on to championships after this rest required picture-in-picture fuck television. I just feel like at the end of the day, Will Ospreay definitely is a front runner to the AEW and to a brighter future. And winning the title on his home turf, that would make a lot of sense. But there's a reason also why Will Ospreay didn't win Double or Nothing this year, and Hangman did. All right? I'm just saying. It's not about the championship. It's about the moment. Now, does that moment and championship make the most sense? Yes. Will AEW do that? Possibly. It really comes down to who's the antagonist. Last time we were there at All In, let's not forget, MJF is still owed a victory against Will Ospreay inside that stadium because he took his American Championship. Just a half of the face first, DDT, 2 counts.
But this goes back to JJ's point. I'm just trying to say, right now, I don't see Jay winning it. Like I think Jay White and the world title, I think that's we're gone at that point. We're done. I can't see him winning it. So would he make a great mid-card heel? Right? Didn't you know what I mean? I can see him being a menace in a TNT title picture.
Well, again, the hindsight's 2020 as far as what 2026 puts everybody here, because as far as I'm concerned, the new year needs to be a reset on everything across all companies. Diving headbutt by Dax Harwood looking to reset Austin's Heart is a cover and a 2 count. Again, for those that are just tuning in now, bring up to speed. This collision hour's been flying by quite nicely. Máscara Dorada lost to Orange Cassidy via crucifix counter rope off his own momentum out of the corner. Orange Cassidy goes up to 6 points. Máscara Dorada stays at 3. Jamie Hayter hit hard, wiped Dawn out with Haterade in their first ever one-on-one encounter in both their respective careers. After the Triangle of Madison introduced Madison Confusion, Chris Statler came down to make things even, and Jamie Hayter, quote-unquote, inadvertently wiped out and decked Chris Statlander with Haterade ahead of AEW World's End. It is what it is sometimes in combat. And now we're here for our main
I don't know if that was
FTR.
inadvertent. I think it was intentional.
Look, you gotta send a message to the champion. That's one way to send a message when you drive your forearm through the champion's throat. I'm just saying. We'll see if Chris Statlander has an answer or if the two have a follow-up ahead of next week. What is the primary? We got face-to-face with them this Saturday on Collision. Again, folks, Collision this Saturday continues 2:30 p.m. Standard Time with no classic action, and Mercedes Moné will defend her Red Pro Undisputed Women's Championship against a homecoming opportunist, someone from the UK. So let your names run wild, because in and out of AEW, there's a lot of names that can fit that billing. And the last time she defended a championship, she lost. And we've been calling the downfall of the CEO for a long time, JJ.
I know. I'm here for it.
So you make an early Christmas gift this Saturday if she loses her Red Pro. Considering, I want to add, that Red Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship, that's her second longest title. That was the title she won after the TBS Championship, might I add, before she became Ultima Moné.
Who would you like it to be?
Ooh, good question.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't know who would be considered local to the area with them being in the UK. I'm the wrong person.
Well, a good thing I'm here, right, JJ, being the historian. And also stay tuned, folks. There's your World's End Ring lineup. Next one, we got AEW Dynamite 34th Street on Christmas Eve, followed by a special Christmas Collision next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we got the World's End 0 Hour for conversation. You watch AEW social medias or HBO Max. Well, actually, it looks like HBO Max might even have it. And of course, World's End will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, on pay-per-view, we'll be covering that. And Sleeping Predicting officially now, folks, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week, Friday night. Stay tuned for Simply Predicting World's End as the conclusion of the All Elite League for 2025 is ahead. Now, as I was starting to say, there's one name that constantly comes to my mind, and it's got to be, for me, a person that has also been in the ring with Mercedes Moné already. I'm going with Alex Windsor. Cover 2 count only. Not to mention, she's one of the longest reigning previous Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Champions. So Alex Windsor is my pick. And I hope she wins, personally.
I like that. Well, I mean, look, Mercedes lost the belt. Mercedes lost Ring of Honor.
Yes, Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship to Red Velvet as she stirred
exactly
for success.
So she's if we're going by that loss, it looks like the losses that she's gonna give are to younger up and coming talent. I mean, if with that logic in mind, yeah, I wouldn't mind it being Alex Windsor.
Well, that's Windsor. You call her young. She's 30 years of age, but has been involved in this game for 16 years, despite the fact she almost lost her career due to debilitating knee injury. But as I also pointed out, she held the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Championship for 769 days in a single run.
Yeah, and I mean her relationship with Ospreay, you know, they don't live here. They live in the UK.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, belting up Windsor for her to come in, you know, whenever she's home to have her have it. It would be good.
I just think it makes the most sense, in my opinion, considering Alex Windsor was one of the most notorious faces of the UK scene for British women's professional wrestling. And considering, well, Ospreay, Mr. Bluff himself, of course, a producer now in Pro Wrestling Eve, the all-woman underground grudge promotion for women's wrestling that Alex Windsor is also very familiar in. I just think it makes a lot of connective sense, and I think it'd be a great person to use towards rebuilding, the Rev Pro women's division. And a cover inside Cradle. Oh, man, that was close. Wow. And all it takes is 3 seconds, folks, for a title change to happen. Or a tap out. Sometimes with a smile on your face. Stokely right now on the apron. Popping like a pimple. Oh, was looking for that powder. And Stokely. Oh! Great move by Juice, employing that powder. The schoolboy, deep row bridge. Oh, come on. So damn close. I would jump out my seat if Juice and Austin Gunn win the titles here tonight. That would be so freaking out left field. It'd be ridiculous. Seeing how close Dax and Cash are to losing those titles is quite something here. Big headbutt by Raka Juice Robinson, former IWGP United States champion, former AEW Trios champion. They make him become the 19th Vancouver Tag Team Champions. And Austin Gunn, wow, he just flew in there. Again, father of an ass. Man. Doing this for, of course, thank you, JJ. And right now, are they looking for power and glory? There's the power, the superplex, and Juice with a glory, the splash, pump turner position, the cover, and Cash clashes with his own partner. Fletcher. And now Juice Robinson again, deep roll up on Dax, the cover, kick out 2.5. Man, Bang Bang Gams will have their number. Incredible awareness by the challengers. See the frustration right now pouring out of Juice Robinson of how damn close he is. Previously beat, of course, them on 2 occasions. And Austin Gunn squaring up. Cash Wheeler. Oh, man! Charging into the timekeeper's area. Now Juice Robinson isolated with Dax. Nope. Shoulder first. Juice Robinson sent on the ring post. And there's nobody in the corner for Juice to make the tattoo, as FTR might be looking to read him last rites. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Austin Gunn grabbing Cash Wheeler. And splitting the uprights in the ring post. As Dax hoists up Juice. No one there, though. Left-handed God swinging a miss. Big right by Dax. Left-handed God connects. The famous sir on Dax. And Juice Robinson with the cover. 2. And they got it. They got it. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. That foot on the rope. To Nick's point. I'm guessing Kaz wants to put Dax's foot on the rope.
Yeah, but this is stupid because the ref was looking right at him.
Well, this match will continue. Look, I don't care how far down your blinders is looking at the shoulders. You should have saw that, and unfortunately, Juice should have saw that chop block. Now FTR smelling blood in the water. Again, diversionary tactics. FTR's MO for their careers. Vicious stomp to the knee. How many people they injured with that move?
That was late. I don't know about that.
And Juice Robinson right now, one-legged man in ass-kicking contest. Now wrenching back in the modified figure of 4, literally seeing the titles go away right in front of him. Cash Wheeler sending Austin Gunn off with the front face lock. Again, nowhere to go, and Juice taps out.
I don't know, JJ, was that late? That looked late to me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
That
I'm about
looked-
to say.
That looked late.
VAR, we're in the UK. VAR, complain about that with your local football league. Well, either way, FTR will still leave the AEW Men's World Tag Team Champions as Nick waits the ultimate opportunity for 2 of his favorite Canadians. But coming up this Saturday on Collision, we'll be covering Holiday Bash. Open challenge Mercedes Moné for the Rep Undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Kevin Knight. Jungle Jack Bray versus Speedball Mike Bailey. And Nathan Cruz goes one-on-one with Eddie Kingston. And so much more comes Saturday as the Holiday Bash tonight concludes. For Nick Ferrantes, American Wrestling JJ Williams, I'm the Seminole Foster. We'll see you tomorrow for a night of honor and some Wrestling Revolver. But until then, as always, make a positive impact in life and have a good night. Thanks for tuning into our coverage of AEW Holiday Bash, Collision, and Dynamite. JJ, cut the fucking feed. That was a lot of fun, to say the least.
Imagine